Exactly.
Yeah, I eat chicken nuggets.
You don't want no nuggets?
I do.
You need a bone.
Okay, take the bone. I'll take the nuggets.
Oh, no.
Nobody paused it. All right.
Nobody. Not even real.
No, instigated.
Pause, CJ.
Okay, so we live now.
Yeah, we are.
I just got the fucking YouTube notifications.
We live?
Yeah, we live.
Hell yeah.
We letting it,
What's up, motherfuckers and motherfuckers?
We letting it, we letting the beat build.
Who
You
gonna
got
intro?
dementia.
Huh? I'll do it. I'll do
I
it.
got dementia. Darcy
Based on that.
can be dementia one. So, oh yeah, I'm fucked up.
Then you
I'm fucked up. What's your name again, nigga? Who is y'all?
Huh?
See, she said I'm demented.
It says a dark sense of humor is a sign of dementia.
I definitely got dementia.
Yeah, everybody at this table.
Everybody on the podcast.
I most definitely got dementia. I for sure got dementia.
I ain't got dementia.
You got dark
Y'all sense of humor.
I'm from the
is
third
a-
dimension.
This nigga was talking about niggas getting shot doing the butterfly on the show.
Oh, me? You?
Yeah.
Yes, you.
Shot doing the butterfly.
Yeah, remember the
dance?
Remember the nigga that was dead on the ground? He got shot in the ass and did the butterfly.
Damn.
And that nigga was like, "Cut, kid."
I ain't do that, man.
Wow,
I don't play with the dead.
nigga.
Don't play. You always, every time we start recording, you try to play me on like I just don't have no respect for nothing, man.
You got respect?
That shit is
Yo, we are
bullshit.
recording. I forgot.
Every time, that's what I'm saying. Every time we start
Let me see
recording,
if that can-
You gotta
we
project
doing
your
that
voice
shit, man.
for this argument.
Please pass that to Mark.
Yeah.
These ones.
All right, so there's people here. So
It's different. It's different.
What's up, people? Motherfuckers,
Hello.
Please pass me
bitches and bitch ass.
what up,
niggas.
everybody? You now
What's up,
tuned in
bitches and
live
bitch ass?
What's up, everybody?
Tune in to Townhouse. What is it? What I put? Happy holidays. You know what I'm saying?
Happy holidays.
We all got up together. Shout out
Happy
to Mark.
Hanukkah,
Wait,
happy
what?
Kwanzaa.
Shout out to Mark. Mark put this joint together, man. And Drake
Shout
Champ
out to
fashion. Let's all clap it up. Let's clap it up for Mark.
Clap, clap.
Let's clap it up for Mark.
That's what we do on the
Let's clap it up for Mark.
Nice tattoo on B-Fin, that's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
All money in.
Okay. It done got three deep. They 3 deep now.
Townhouse All Stars right now, man.
Yeah.
Your cousin in 3 deep now. All right, so shit, got all money on this hand. Shit,
Goddamn. All Crips in.
he did live in 9-7, but
Goddamn.
I'd like to introduce myself. I am Ben, the Blueprint Ready from Seriously Not Another Podcast,
Red print.
aka the Red Print, aka King Tuh. I guess I'll go clockwise.
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise.
Yeah, always.
All right, to my right, I got Just Nikki Talk Freddy Podcast. Everybody clap it up. Everybody clap it up.
Bravo.
And next to her, I have. He actually got 2 shows. He have No Rules Podcast and Sports Review Podcast. We got Clumsy Blood himself, Spears, aka Mark. Everybody clap it up. Everybody clap it up. You know what I'm saying? Next to him, we got The Crip. You know what I'm saying? He got 2 podcasts too.
Two Shakur.
2 podcasts. He got 2 podcasts. He have the Cat vs. Dog podcast, also Too Much Game podcast. Give it up for The Crip. You know what I'm talking about?
Definitely in particular.
And he's also your uncle too.
Yeah, Uncle
my God.
And next to him we have the Don Diva herself, hailing all the way from the Gap. You know what I'm saying? From the 5th Ward.
No.
Oh, it ain't the 5th? South Acres, baby gangster. We got CJ,
the motherfucking H.
Cat vs. Dog podcast. Type it up. Type it up. All right, across from her, we gonna find some podcast for this nigga to be on. we got B-Fin, the man that be behind the camera. Everybody clap it up. Oh yeah. He Oh yeah, he still ain't even in the camera. You just see his hand.
He filling in.
The all money in tank. There you go.
He filling in for Nick. Pause.
Y'all gonna be pausing.
Yep.
Next to him, we got
the demon motherfucker.
Shut up.
We got the Crippin' Deacon. Nah, I'm messing with y'all.
The Crippin' Christian.
We got
Crippin' in the name of Christ.
we got the host of Sports for You podcast, Jonathan Watson, in the building.
Right.
Hallelujah. I'm Crick.
Thank y'all.
I don't hear everybody clapping. This don't sound like that podcast with all the books around. All right.
I got your clap, John.
Did you eat?
What?
John.
You got to get
Yo,
the clap,
relax,
John.
He said I got your class for you.
Yo, relax.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Next to John, we got the host, Mr. 14K himself,
It ain't no hoes, man. We all the same.
Mr. Inglewood, one half of the Bloods of Townhouse Media.
AKA the Juice Crew.
Oh yeah, one half of the Juice Crew. Will.
Motherfucking Will.
Let's clap it up for Will.
Assalamu alaikum to y'all, man.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we did pretty good. There's only one person missing right now. So
Assalamu alaikum. Hold the salami and bacon.
Yeah, Nick
Okay.
Freeze just made calling out names for
You get that shit
Tuesday.
up out
No
of here.
salami and bacon.
So we Mark hit me up and say, yo, let's do a year end show. I was like, it's short notice, but we probably could do it. You know what I'm saying? And do the scheduling. Mark actually called everybody. He called everybody. I know
He was a
he's
ringleader.
all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Ah, Mark.
Shout out to Mark, man. Mark
Good
is.
idea.
The
Yeah,
leader of the
Yeah,
ring.
y'all came.
Yeah, he produced this show. This probably we got
Yeah.
to put this on his show.
Give him a producer.
Hey,
Yeah,
Trey.
you know what I'm saying?
Diddy.
You know what I'm saying? But
Said Diddy.
What-
Yes, he did.
who?
Diddy.
Huh?
Oh, Diddy. Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
Do I Diddy?
Diddy or Diddy?
So, Mark, elaborate to the people, man. What made you want to make this happen?
Man, this is the perfect time to get everybody here, man. Celebrate the year we had. Have some fun with each other. Have
Wait,
a couple
Whoa.
Wait a
What?
minute. I'm not into swinging.
What?
I'll be so sad and whatever happened after. That's on
Y'all
y'all.
know doggone.
Nah, man, it's time to have some fun, man.
Correction
End
of
the
words.
year, man.
What'd you say, pause? No, I'm
Y'all
just
gonna be
saying.
pausing the whole show.
No,
Possibly.
Ain't
I
nobody.
don't know what you meant.
We just gonna say what?
Huh?
Say
Yeah.
what now? Yeah, no, it's just time for everybody to have some fun, man. Everybody be around each other.
Yeah, because some of y'all ain't even met each other in person.
Yeah,
I ain't never met Ill Will.
I didn't meet the Crippin' Christian.
I don't even know who that person is.
See, that's why
I
I
know the Christian Crip in the
Yo.
name of Jesus.
I don't even know who that person is.
Yeah, that nigga be like, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He spelled Christ with 2 C's.
Oh man,
I done heard it all.
that's a double dose of
Hey,
Christian.
John, that's crazy.
Yeah,
C.
crap.
Yeah, with 2 C's.
Head scratching to me too. Pause.
Damn.
Wow.
Y'all. So,
That's what we doing, huh?
Hat off.
It is morning.
oh, it's getting hot
I'm
now.
glad I
You
shaved my head.
want to crack the dough?
No.
Okay, and y'all drinking too. Y'all can get extra hot.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's dope.
So,
We have wine.
Wine.
Wine makes you hot.
How
Wine.
you know?
Wine makes you hot?
How do I know if it makes you
Wine
hot?
cuts my
Yeah.
grass.
Wow. Okay, I got you.
That's a question. I
know you are.
How you knew it made you hot?
That's a valid question.
It's a valid,
It's a valid question.
Little Mark.
do you have to drink it warm?
What?
Y'all niggas ain't never had wine before?
Wine? I drink
You
wine all the
don't
time.
get your temperature range.
The wine never made me
Wine
hot.
don't make y'all hot?
They don't. No. It's hot just because there's a lot of niggas in here.
Goddamn.
Oh.
Ain't got nothing to do with the wine.
What's this?
Okay.
The Cappuccino?
I go with that.
Oh, that's what that is?
So
I thought it was just me.
It's-
Who brought the Cappuccino?
the what?
The
John.
What's the cappuccino?
What?
This shit?
The white bottle? Oh, I
Let's
did.
say real.
I did. Yeah.
Cappuccino?
Yeah, whatever it is.
I'm gonna drink some
Yo,
of that shit
I thought that was
after I finish this
the
motherfucker.
shit you was
Jack,
talking about.
Jack
What?
and Daniel. Both
Captain
of them.
Morgan.
Oh, no,
Nah.
it's over
Okay.
there.
Yeah, that's this one.
Got it.
Damn, I wonder
So
if I should go
after-
live on the Too Much Game page with Young Dolomite page.
Too much game.
Too Much Game? Alright,
Yeah.
fuck it.
Did you
All
tag
right,
us
so
in this shit?
nah, I mean it's on y'all pages, so everybody from y'all joints that follow y'all page on there is on there.
Oh, okay. Hey, one time go.
All right, so
I want your jacket.
after how did the COVID joint mess with y'all?
Yes.
It was dope. Shout out to Cole.
What do you mean?
Shot
Yeah,
mentally, Financially.
Oh, especially
No, I got plenty
financially.
during the COVID.
Big shout out
Got
to
niggas,
Kobe.
got niggas
Financially.
rich.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Kobe
shit.
I
for
can't
me.
You got niggas hood rich.
I can't
Hell
go to
yeah,
the gym,
nigga.
so yeah, I lost money. I was
Right
able
there.
to recoup what I lost, but I did lose money.
Well, you recouped it. That's good. Recouping is always.
Shout out to my co-host.
Shout out to the truck gang. Shout out. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to
some
SBA.
Fuck SBA.
Nah. Oh yeah. My bad, nigga.
Fuck SBA.
You're the only one being
Fuck SBA, ABS,
That's what you
SBA.
shouldn't have told the truth, goddammit.
Yeah, fuck SBA.
Yeah, fuck
Nah,
SBA.
I love SBA. Shout out to SBA.
Man, yeah, fuck.
Son of a bitch association.
Real shit, man.
What about you?
Man.
Did it affect you?
Yeah. The son of a bitch association
That's
fucked
the-
me mentally a little bit.
The So Ballin' Association.
So ballin'.
Oh yeah,
Man.
see, it's two different SBAs.
Hell yeah.
I didn't make the cut. There must have been something with the last name because them niggas was not fucking with me.
Nah, you should have told the truth. Everybody who lied got paid.
Man.
I didn't lie. I got paid.
Damn.
I did too.
Did y'all?
I had a
I collect
legitimate
unemployment. I collect
business.
unemployment.
Somebody lied for you.
Hey, look, first of all,
Glad to be a
look,
doctor.
this ain't Vlad TV. I don't get nobody. We don't get nobody in trouble.
Niggas don't fuck with Vlad.
I don't know.
That's what I'm
Niggas
saying.
don't fuck with Vlad.
That's what I'm saying. I unsubscribed to him this year.
Fuck you,
Man.
Vlad.
I never even subscribed to him in
Fuck
the first
Vlad.
place.
Is that his
Yeah,
real
me
name?
neither. Yeah.
Vlad.
Vlad the Butcher. He used to be a DJ. He used
Fuck
to make
you, Vlad.
Vladimir.
Catch you on these
Yeah, I
streets,
remember
nigga.
Vlad the Butcher.
Rick
No,
Ross
don't
did
say that
already.
because he'll tell. He'll call the police on you.
Rick Ross did already.
Oh, he beat him up?
He is. the
Hell
police.
yeah.
I
He
think-
sued Rick
sued
Ross.
like
Did he?
4
Hell
million
yeah.
or something.
Beat your ass, Vlad.
Yeah, Vlad a bitch.
Lost all credibility.
Shit, he ain't had none with me.
How y'all feel about that? Y'all feel like Vlad is really the police?
I don't
Niggas just
like.
dumb enough to snitch on
Yeah.
themselves in front of them.
I feel
There
like,
you go
yeah.
right there.
That nigga says,
absolutely.
"Hey, good evening," and niggas just
Yeah.
start snitching on him.
Niggas just
Hey man, I
start-
killed 13 niggas, man.
Yeah.
Like,
And I got away with it.
yeah,
If
like
that was in the past, I'm rapping now.
You know,
Exactly.
but you notice like everybody that he like, majority of the people that he interviewed are kind of like has-beens.
not even.
No.
That's some up and
Because
coming.
they're trying to talk to Vlad to stay relevant.
Well,
You know?
No,
you
but
can't
some niggas
count
is
up
trying
and
to
coming.
get relevant.
Some niggas are
It's
trying to
a
be
little bit of
relevant. Like
It's both. It's both.
the majority of the
He catch
niggas.
niggas before they crack off and after they crack off. He don't
I'm
catch
not
nobody
counting.
that's hot.
I'm not counting the niggas before, but it seemed like for me, like it's always like the attention seeking niggas.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like who? Name example.
Like BG Knockout. Like nobody give a fuck about BG Knockout.
Damn.
Fucked up. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I'm sitting right here.
What about OGs like DL Hughley? He had DL Hughley on. I don't feel like
But
he's
he,
an attention.
well, no, he caught DL at like it ain't like prime DL.
Yeah.
Like-
he called
like,
but
no-
DL is still
No,
to
he-
be respected.
No,
and
we
valued.
love DL, but
Right.
but it ain't the DL when it's prime. We get him when DL like it's almost like DL needs Vlad.
You think
We
so?
ain't- No, not saying he need him, but I'm saying like if you heard that DL was having a interview, we not jumping.
Yeah, it ain't
we
like
on some,
everybody finna click
yeah,
on that
yeah,
shit.
you know what I'm
They see
saying?
DL and they
Yeah,
finna click
but it's coming on Vlad, followed by all the other niggas that he's interviewed, and it's like okay, cool. Like you know what I'm saying? Like shout out to DL, like you know I fuck with DL,
Yeah, I
you know,
like DL.
yeah, you know that's you know.
What about what's the comedian with the blonde hair? She's an older woman.
Lunel?
Lunel?
She was on Vlad.
But who
But
shot
like-
Tiffany
before?
Haddish was on Vlad.
But that wasn't
Before
that,
she
but
broke.
that was before.
She was on there with the bald head, which is recent.
Oh yeah, she just cut her hair.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was on Vlad with the bald head talking about
But
her
she done
relationship
popped
with.
it.
But how pop? Yeah, well, I say how
It's a lot of people don't think
how
she's
popping is Tiffany right
She's
now?
not.
She's popping
Right now?
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just asked her to host the Oscars for free.
For free.
Was a whole uproar about it. It was
She
either the Oscars or the Grammys.
It was the
something.
Grammys pre-award. It was the Grammys, announcement special.
And they asked her to do it for free, and she declined. But the audacity to you to ask her to do it for free.
For
Like,
free,
wow.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
They asked
insane.
Linnell to do it for free.
No,
No,
Tiffany Haddish.
Tiffany Haddish.
Oh,
They didn't ask Kevin Hart to do that. bullshit.
Exactly.
Is she on her way out of here?
Who? Tiffany Haddish?
Yeah.
I thought she
Might be
been-
right.
I thought she been on her way out here.
I just feel like everybody that I see on there is either cause 9 times out of 10 these niggas is telling these most outrageous ass snitching
Yeah,
ass,
niggas
get you
snitching on
incriminated ass stories.
Like,
You know
y'all
what
shot
I'm saying?
13 niggas.
Yeah, you know, I would have beat that. And no disrespect, like on calling out BG Knockout, but I just take that shit personally.
I know what you're talking
Because he
about.
was on there talking about how he had beat up everybody.
Who is he?
He's from my neighborhood. He's a rapper.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a rapper.
OG.
Nigga, some
And I remember BG
No,
Knockout when I was little, man. All that I would have beat up.
Definition original baby gangster.
Yeah.
Shout out to BG Knockout.
I mean, I get, you know. But it's just like all his shit was like I said, it's either a incriminating story or these niggas is snitching.
Cause like AR Rap snitched on himself. Rollo
I saw
snitched
that.
on himself.
I saw that.
Nigga, when I was watching Rollo, I'm like, I pray you lying.
Yeah.
Now we see he wasn't. But
And
I
he-
was
right.
like,
This
I hope
nigga
he's
shit.
lying,
This
my
nigga shipping shit like. This nigga had hella pounds on the plane, right?
Yeah.
Wallow the nigga that do the podcast with
No, not him.
Oh.
That's Wallow. That's Wallow.
That's Wallow.
Same difference.
But
No, Rollo was
Rollo.
from Atlanta. Wallow was from Philly.
Yeah, Rollo. That nigga had hella pounds, nigga,
Bro.
on the private plane, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
But
nigga
shit,
was
he made it
suspended.
off.
He was really the brick man in Atlanta. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't lying, obviously. Because he was saying, like, man, I was rich before I started rapping. Like, that nigga was on some of that bullshit. And it's like, nigga, that shit cool and everything, but why are you telling this motherfucker
Absolutely.
that shit? Like, nigga, certain niggas, like, what is it that make you that comfortable to talk to this nigga that you're not going to go to jail?
That's
my
why I
nigga?
say attention seeking. These
Yeah,
niggas want to
like,
sound.
nigga.
They think that shit sound cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Because it's like they want that viral moment Soldier Boy got, like, shot his ass in the chest. Bah, bah.
Trash.
Took his mask off, stepped on him.
Trash.
Like, them niggas want to be like viral, my nigga. And it's like, yeah, that shit cool to go viral, but you don't want to watch yourself in jail being viral, my nigga.
Police pads like, got you, nigga.
Exactly. Like, nigga, like I tell
Got
niggas,
you.
like, the police is watching you more than your followers, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like,
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
You got fans, but your biggest fan is Officer motherfucking Crumkey, my nigga.
Officer Bar Brady and shit.
Exactly,
they
my nigga.
been
That nigga
doing
wait
that
to see your motherfucking ass. Nothing to see here.
Move along.
The hip hop
Hell yeah.
police.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That shit real.
I don't watch enough Vlad to even.
Me, like, I kind of clicked in it, but like, nigga, when I watched him on BG Knockout, I was like, I'm gonna have to call this nigga.
That nigga got like the most for him and like what's old boy name from
Oh,
Round
nigga, yeah,
Jamar.
Lord
Yeah,
Jamar.
him and Lord Jamar got the most episodes.
Yeah, nigga.
Jamar shit on like that because he was talking shit about.
Yeah, like I meant to call that nigga. Like, hey, nigga, what the fuck you doing, nigga? Like, I might call that nigga.
I don't know. I didn't watch all of his, but you know,
Cause like,
all the niggas get on there. Like the nigga that was talking about the what's his name, Keefy D.
Yep, he was on there
The
telling
nigga that was in the car with
Orlando.
that when they shot
Yeah,
Tupac
shot
that night,
Tupac.
the last
oh, that buster ass nigga.
shooting. Yeah, like them niggas like nigga, we don't know if it's true or not, but he blamed it on his nephew. Like, yeah, my nephew the one that shot Tupac.
Yeah.
He was the one shooting out the car. I mean,
And see, that's the dumb shit. Like, nigga, why Vlad? Like, nigga, write a book and make some money off it. Nigga, you talking all this bullshit for Vlad to get rich on YouTube off your dumb ass story. Like,
He
nigga,
used that
you
story to get out of jail.
retarded? Cause it's like, I know Vlad not even paying these niggas.
wow.
Like, it ain't like Vlad is shooting these niggas no dollars, my nigga. Vlad is just like, hey, yeah, you want to do a fucking interview for
You
free?
don't think so?
Nah,
He's not paying these
I don't think so. 'Cause I
Like,
Huh?
most,
I don't
nobody
think
gets
so.
paid to get interviewed, my nigga.
don't think so.
The Breakfast Club don't pay you.
I think
Like,
it's your
you
promotion.
go on an interview to get promotion,
That's
my
what it
nigga.
is.
It's
It's
your
almost-
promotion.
So it's like you
Because it's Vlad.
putting yourself
Yeah.
in prison for free, my nigga.
And Vlad got a big ass platform, so
They know people will
So
look at
niggas know if you on there like
Yeah, like, oh my
people
God.
gonna be
Man.
checked for
They
you.
probably
Yeah,
pay him.
Yeah, like, you know,
I wouldn't be
yeah,
surprised about
millions
that. I
views,
wouldn't be
my
surprised,
nigga.
yup.
So it ain't got shit to do with you actually being like, oh, these niggas throwing me some money. No, nigga, you're doing that for free. You're putting yourself in prison for free, my
I
nake.
think certain people get money.
I was about to say
Not from
maybe
Vlad.
maybe
Vlad don't pay
certain.
nobody.
Listen,
Maybe
Vlad
certain.
has endorsed it, but here's the thing.
But he don't pay nobody.
Certain people have ownership of the footage, and certain people don't. And in and of itself, that's something. That's having creative control over the
There
footage
you
that's
go.
being put out.
Yeah.
So no, everybody, I'll have to sign a waiver. He's
Yeah.
very
Creative control
smart.
over
He's
self-snitching.
very smart on that part of ownership, because he did an interview with. I forgot who he said it was. It wasn't Whitney Houston. It was somebody who, at the end of the day, oh no, it was Monique. And then
got to pay for the yeah. I seen that. I seen that.
Listen, we want to have rights and ownership to the footage and this and that. And Vlad was like, I don't know, I don't want to do that.
I did see that.
And so that's why their footage was never released. So it has to be some benefit because I can see bald-head Tiffany Haddish. Bald-head Tiffany Haddish don't need promotion. She's established.
Yo, she said bald head.
But the thing is, but a lot of these motherfuckers is not that smart. That's the thing. A lot of these motherfuckers ain't that sharp.
Once you get to her level and where she is now in the game, she doesn't need promotion. I'll go on Vlad for free because my name's not there. So that's promotion for me. I'm reaching a larger audience. But bald-head Tiffany Haddish don't need that.
Bald-headed ass.
Yo, she really bald-headed right now?
Bald-headed ass.
Her shit grew back.
I like it. Well, she did Dolly there. She has like a low face.
She did Dolly there.
She got an East Coast, my nigga. She got a ball fade now.
She got the Covadas right there?
She got East Coast.
No, she got a nose going on. Like
she got the line.
Oh, so she got a number 2.
Yes.
Oh, she walked in and pointed at some
She got a number 2, nigga. She's like, yeah, give me that nigga the number 7.
I like it.
She the second black person in history to do that.
To get a number 2.
You know anybody that walk in and pick something off the wall?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homie Macretia Renault. She shaved up all her hair.
Macretia
Renault.
That's her name.
That's number 2.
Shout out to Renault.
She's obviously
she did a dolly. Normally when
Shania Lathan went number 2, didn't she?
Absolutely.
She did. She looked like a nigga.
Nah, nigga, Shania Lathan got a 0.
I would love to reset.
Nah, she didn't get a 0. She got a 1.
But between Bean and Will.
I mean, shit, you might as well just go.
No.
Both them niggas got number 2.
I'm not finna walk.
No, we got 4.5.
No, them niggas just need haircuts now.
I definitely will.
But then you fucking when they get their shit cut, they
You got an ugly shaved head.
it depends on your head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cause like me, I got a hell of a hook, but I got an okay shape.
Yo, shout out to the hooks though, Dolly, man.
Yeah, I got a 2 shape. This way, behind, like from the side, my shit falls
Oh, yeah.
Both of y'all relax.
He said shout out to the hooks. So that's
I didn't say shout out to the hook.
no,
I
not
said God
Oh.
damn.
So yeah,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? Like, what? They always fucking some shit up, man. Why?
Oh
God motherfucking damn.
Why? Anyhow, yo, if any nigga walked in the barbershop and asked for something on the picture, they trash.
Why?
That's not fair.
What y'all supposed to do?
What? Yeah.
That
You
shit,
say give me a number 2.
that shit decoration, nigga.
Give me a number 1
Nigga,
with
don't
a face.
nobody, nigga.
Don't let be
Y'all get the
Like
same
when you
hair-
go
y'all
to the
get the same
barbershop,
haircut.
you usually say like give me a 1 with a fade or some shit like that. Like you don't say, that nigga number 7, that nigga dope. Like you don't do that. That's
You don't walk in like, damn, today I'm feeling like an 18.
Exactly, my nigga. That's what I'm saying.
The B is speaking on. He always do that shit. He be speaking on this time. When you was a kid, nigga, you know.
Nigga,
Yeah, but
that's it, nigga.
little kids do that shit.
I do that
Little
shit all the
kids be
time,
like,
nigga.
Nigga, the shit I couldn't even get because it was other grades of hair, nigga. I couldn't get no
He do it.
fucking
Give me the-
forearm, nigga.
give me the nigga with his hand on his chin.
My son do that shit all the time.
What the niggas be looking
They
at?
had a Spider-Man. So you be like, give me the tail.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit's funny, bro.
Little boys don't know.
This
But
nigga
that's
look
what
For kids, it's okay.
When you grow,
You did that
you
shit
like
when
nigga,
you
me
was a
number
kid?
4.
Nah, son.
I feel like
All the ones I wanted were other races, so I couldn't have it. I didn't have the grade of hair for that.
You didn't have a graded hair for what?
I couldn't even have the shit for the comb over joint.
You wanted to come?
You wanted a
I
comb
wanted a comb
over?
over, nigga. When I
wanted a Donald Trump.
When I was a kid, nigga.
Damn.
Wait, hold on. Look. When I was a kid, nigga, I wanted to change my name to Max, nigga.
This nigga.
Max?
I wanted my name to be Max, nigga.
Like Maximilian, my nigga?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I was brainwashed, B. And it's just like how they do kids now. All the good shit is always white.
Damn.
Yes.
All the cartoons, the toys is always the good. They're always white.
Nigga,
So
let
you
me
want the
find out this
Superman
nigga
look.
wanted his name to be Brent Reddy.
You said Brent?
Not Brand.
Hey, hold on.
Brad Reddy.
Brad
Check this out, man. If I choose a name, the whoever, nigga, I mean that's cool. Brad, Brent. Scarface's name is Brad.
That
His
nigga
name is
wanted his name
Brad.
to be Brad Reddy.
No,
nigga
Scarface
first name
name
is
is Scarface.
Yeah, his name is Brad.
His name is Scarface.
Scarface? I thought it was Tony.
No, the rapper.
No, the rapper.
Oh, you talking about
Yeah, if the movie Scarface name is Brad. Like, yo, that movie is fucked up from here on out.
Cause his name Brad.
Brad
A
Montana.
lot of rappers got fucked up names.
Yeah, like
What's
Calvin.
Ludacris' real name?
Chris Bridges.
Chris Bridges. That's not bad.
Ain't bad.
Chris? There's a million niggas named Chris. You know who got a fucked up name?
Who?
Genuine.
Nah,
Eldridge.
He's named after Elgin
His name
Baylor.
is Eldridge.
His name is Elgin.
Nah.
Elgin?
He's named
Elgin
after
Lumpkin.
He's named after Elgin Baylor.
But his name is Elgin Lumpkin.
Corrupt got the weakest.
Genuine. Last name is Lumpkin.
Lumpkin. Elgin Lumpkin.
What's
He got two fucked up names.
Corrupt has the weakest real name. That
What's his real
That
name?
nigga's
Ricardo Brown.
His name is he's African American. His name is Ricardo Brown.
Wow, damn.
Well, that's a lot.
He don't got a Mexican parent?
Y'all have Mexican and black names mixed together.
But he from
Not no
Philly.
blacks. And he from Philly.
Corrupt is from
He
Philly.
from Philly.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute killing.
He from Philly.
Yeah, that nigga from Philly.
Killed that joint.
No.
Y'all see him on let me ask Nikki. Nikki, did you see him on what's
Who?
where they go live in a house together?
Oh, marriage weekend.
Man, come on!
Yeah, how you know that so fast?
Because he's the information man.
Oh yeah, y'all know everything.
John Watson knows everything.
Thank you,
John is
John.
Oh, you're welcome.
John, what's the square root of this room, John?
7.
Now you gonna
You got me up a little bit.
That nigga be knowing everything, man.
Oh, real though, he was named.
Nigga be like, hey, nigga, what
sports analyst.
high school John Elway went to?
He went to Granada Hills.
Exactly.
See? You ask this nigga anything in sports, this nigga
That nigga know
He
everything.
went here because he's from here. He got a couple of Toyota dealerships. He got one over in Manhattan. I got another one somewhere.
Mind you, this nigga's a Broncos fan.
It's
So
one of yours.
that nigga know
See, first of all,
everything about.
And I think he got one in Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though you must be a Bronco fan.
No, like,
he a Raiders fan.
I'm a truck driver. So, like, I drive past this nigga dealerships.
Yeah.
Wait, you a Raider fan?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. Sadly.
Damn.
But
I'm
you
not saying it proudly.
But you from Cubs.
I know. We Raider fans, nigga. What you mean? Like, what we
That's a
supposed
Long
to be?
Beach thing.
Huh?
I thought that was a Long Beach thing.
Nah,
What, the Raiders?
Still
No.
Long
The
Beach
Steelers
Steelers.
and the
Raiders.
Raiders. The Insanes is the Raiders,
Yeah.
and the 20s is the Steelers.
Just yeah.
Yeah. Why you think Snoop always wearing black and yellow, man?
But yeah, I'm from Compton. Like, nigga,
Trey D
who
always
we
got
supposed to
Raider
root
shit.
for?
Everything.
we know the Raiders are associated with Crips. I mean, you boil it down. It's just
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, if you watch the Straight Outta LA 30 for 30, when people would go to the Raider games when they was playing at the Coliseum, it was a good way for them to be undercut, where feel neutral, because you threw on the black and silver.
Oh,
But they was
right.
explaining it. You could be a Crip or blood at that time, but if you was an LA Raiders fan, it was like that one moment of truce right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now
Especially because the fucking NWA wore the Raiders.
Sports
That was
is
it.
powerful.
The Raiders and the Sox.
That was like every West Coast nigga shit like in the 90s, nigga. They didn't
The
wear.
Raiders and the Sox.
Shout out to Quick. That nigga was the first nigga to go outside of the Raiders.
He
shit.
let niggas know, like, bitch, I'm a blood, nigga. Everybody, fuck y'all, I'm a real red, nigga.
Everybody else. Mind you though, he did have on Raiders shit his first video.
Yeah,
No, he had on Kings.
that nigga was a real life
Yeah.
blood, nigga. Like, he was the first nigga, like, nah, bitch, I'm blood. nigga.
I'm the first nigga that was thinking on wax. I'm a bad.
Goddamn.
Nigga, he was.
Shout out to DJ Quick.
Shout, AKA Young
That
Spears.
nigga DJ Quick was really a blood, nigga. Like,
Yeah.
really, really fully
That
footed.
one, the one album he had with the P hat and the
Safe and Sound.
skeleton.
That was
Safe
on
and
Safe and Sound album.
Yeah, shout out to DJ Quick.
That's his best album.
My stepdad almost shot him.
And my personal favorite.
Yo, why nigga said so calm though?
I'm saying. I don't think you said that was his best album. I thought you said Quick is in the name.
Nah.
Nah.
Speaking
Safe and Sound.
Speaking of music,
Safe and sound and
sound
balanced
is
options.
music.
I don't know if that's better.
Quick
than
got
Quick's
too
name,
many
but
dope ass albums, my nigga.
Nah,
Because
yeah.
like, my personal favorite is minimalism.
Right, really?
Yeah.
Do we? Whoa.
I love minimalism. That's
We about to
what
stop
I'm
with the
saying,
disrespect
my
here.
Hey, you said DJ Quick got
What
what?
did he do?
He got a lot of dope ass albums.
But he said rhythm.
But I think because I like that,
Damn,
I just like that nigga.
y'all finna get Mark blood pressure boiling, man.
Nigga, minimalism was dope.
So who would go against DJ Quick in the verses?
Warren G.
Warren G.
And Lou.
And
Warren G, what the fuck Warren G gonna do?
Getting his ass.
he gonna do what he did at How the West Was Won and dig up the ghost of Nate Dogg.
You better off having one of them niggas from the Boss Dog Outlaws.
Oh my fucking god, my nigga.
So 20
Y'all
second. Will said 20-second timeout.
Yeah, you have to bring somebody from Houston.
Wait,
Just said the boss hog out.
do not disrespect Warren G like that.
Warren G can't even beat Slim Thug.
I like Warren G coming.
Damn.
Warren G can't beat Slim Thug.
God damn.
No.
Damn.
This is just smoke.
Warren G can't beat Slim Thug.
Thank you, man.
No, I'm dead serious.
No, I'm dead serious.
Warren G got.
Because see, you talk about shit Warren G rapped on.
I kind of agree.
Besides,
As you should.
look, now Warren G had a few joints off the second album. We know his first album. After that, what was Warren G doing?
Don't get me wrong, I like Warren G, but I don't think he
Can somebody from
Thug when it comes for hits for songs. Versus you have to have songs. You have to have
do.
hits.
You do.
Warren G is, don't get me wrong,
He's
he
limited.
pop into his own right,
He's limited.
but he don't have his
he got a classic joint. He got a classic
Well,
joint.
how many hits do Slim Thug have
A few.
that made it out of Houston?
More than
Because me
Warren
personally,
G.
I'm a big Slim Thug fan.
More than Warren G.
I wouldn't say that.
I would.
I don't know about more than Warren
I
G,
would.
but still,
Because it's like this. Name a hit. Name two hits.
I'm kind of interested
in.
in this Houston thing going on right now with Slim Thug and
nigga, Warren G wouldn't even beat Chameleon.
Thug.
You heard that song?
That's comedian.
Who?
you niggas just
Name.
Wait, hold on.
Name two hits by Slim
Let's stay
Thug.
with Slim Thug and Warren G. Y'all got y'all.
Like I said,
you
name-
agree with
I said name two hits.
You think
by
Slim Thug could beat Warren G?
Yes.
Slim Thug.
Because the songs that put me up on to Slim Thug was Three Kings.
Yeah. Three Kings.
Okay, see, I listen to Slim Thug differently though than a person, just like how y'all have mixtapes and shit that was local here. It ain't gonna be the radio shit for me.
But that's what I'm
It's gonna
saying.
be a mixtape.
But that's what I mean.
That's the shit that goes with Warren G.
That's what I mean. Because
But
like
I
me,
can still
I listen
name
to Slim
hits.
Thug. I know
He
that
did shit
song.
with Beyonce. He did shit with
Slim-
UGK that were hits outside of Texas.
All bullshit
that's what
aside,
the shit
Slim
gonna
Thug don't
be.
got no. He don't got no song.
Who
bigger
can
than
be a real
Regulator.
battle for Warren G?
That boy coming.
Listen, Regulator is
Slim
like
Thug
a
don't got no song
timeless
that
classic.
I know.
I will
Swiss
say
was
this.
saying he was saying DJ
Slim don't
Quick
have
Warren
a
G.
timeless classic,
Nigga,
but he has
DJ
some hits
Quick
in a
would
versus
demolish.
battle.
I honestly thought.
Okay.
Slim Thug got songs that'll go an hour
Alright.
that you will be bumping.
Okay,
Warren G
nobody
don't have an
fucking
hour worth
I
of
don't know.
songs.
Okay, CJ, I play Regulate. That's an automatic win, right?
Right? Not
Alright.
automatic win.
It's automatic.
There's no one song.
It's automatic.
In a versus battle, no, it's not.
So what
It's
you
automatic.
what you
Where
what can
Slim
you
Thug play to beat?
Well, she already
It's not
admitted.
beat. Versus is hit after hit. after
Exactly.
hit.
Okay.
That's how that's set up.
But what I'm saying is, if he played regular,
I'm
you
gonna
play?
play Thug, then I'm gonna play Three Kings, then I'm gonna play the
There's
joint with
nothing he
Beyonce.
got that can beat that song.
But that's not how Versus is set
That's
up.
one
Versus
round.
is-
There's nothing
That's
Slim Thug got
exactly
that can
that's
beat
one
regular.
round.
Nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
So
Nothing
one-
that
so
Slim
one-
Thug has to
Okay,
beat
so you
Regulate.
gon'
Warren G up one nothing right now.
But after
play
that,
Regulators and then do what
Hey,
for
Warren
the
G-
next
hey, Warren G-
55 minutes.
Warren G up 1-0 right now.
Okay. Well, CJ didn't say that. B says there's nothing that Slim Thug has that can beat Regulate.
So Warren G.
If I play Regulate, you're playing what?
it don't matter. You
No,
can
on the
you
verse,
can
we
play
can't
a
have to throw that round away.
Yeah, that's the
But you know, I gotta hear the song. I gotta hear the song.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter.
Three Kings.
Okay.
No.
What are you gonna play after Regulate?
Don't play this song.
So I play Regulate and you play Thug.
Yeah, you gonna have to play some bullshit.
Okay,
Like,
who
you
wins
got
out of
that
Regulate
round,
and
nigga.
Thug?
You win.
All right, and then you play what?
I'll play Three
No,
Kings.
it's your turn.
Okay, you play Three Kings.
Uh-huh.
So
Then you gonna play what?
so Three Kings is a better song than this DJ.
Yes, Negro.
You know what?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Look,
I like Three
Yeah.
Kings.
what I'm saying though, look.
Yes.
Is it?
Wait,
Yeah.
we want Three Kings.
I like Three Kings.
Yeah.
When I'm in the club, all the girls show me love.
This
It was T.I. and Bun B on that
Yeah,
shit.
that's on fire. But it's not.
That shit was banging.
It's not
This
better than
DJ,
that.
yeah, that's gonna be
This
hard to
DJ?
beat.
This
That's
DJ.
gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah.
This DJ gonna be hard to beat.
I want to take y'all to our chat.
See,
Cause
see, senor.
I want to bring y'all.
Yes.
I want to bring y'all to the chat with like me, Mark, Will, and other homeboy time when we were all literally watching E40 and Too Short last week.
He's
He-
protecting
and
himself.
And Will was the and me and Will was like basically on one accord on this one topic. Too Short kept going to Oakland, and that was exactly why I think E40 got off to a
I stopped-
bigger league.
I stopped counting when Too Short came out in the Oakland A's jacket.
Yo,
The rope chain. Because it didn't matter after that.
Every time I thought, did
You
y'all
gotta be coming from California.
Did y'all
to
check
notice
Hip
that.
Hop DX?
Nah.
Niggas had. Remember we had. Well, not we,
Right.
but
But
niggas
see,
had.
the
Niggas
first
had
5
4
rounds
rounds,
was
like
close.
4 rounds. Guess who won?
They had Too Short.
Too Short won. No, Too Short won.
Man.
Cause
yeah.
Billboard
that metric.
Billboard had 40. 11, 10, 5.
After I think like
Yeah, he did.
after he put the fucking Oakland shit on.
No, when he put the Oakland
And then
A's jacket
start
on,
playing whatever.
I don't give a fuck what happened after that.
Yeah. They gave
I saw
Song for song, he cannot fuck with 40.
Nobody.
no rapping wise he
No,
can't
no.
fuck with 40, but song for
Who
song.
was count?
Just people in general.
Nobody
It
from
was more
Northern
like how
California
you
was
personally
keeping count.
feel than anything.
Nobody. No, I don't think nobody from the Bay was keeping count.
Nobody.
They was just vibing to the song.
Right.
But like nigga, E40 was whooping his ass.
Yeah.
I think
E40 beat his
I think
motherfucking
E40
ass.
went up like 6'3".
Even if you put albums
Because
against
I think Too
albums,
Short played Shake
E40
That Monkey.
beat his
E40 got
fucking
mad.
ass.
the only album he got that can fuck with the E40 album is that album number 10.
Well, I think we like
Getting it.
E40
Yeah.
more than we like Too Short, but nigga,
Too Short
like,
still a fucking legend.
but Too Short he got
30 fucking years,
he
man.
got way more hits than E40.
We not down.
No fucking way, buddy. No fucking way.
Are y'all
No.
niggas serious?
I really didn't
Nigga,
know
ain't
he
no
on
haters,
this
my nigga.
conversation.
E40 only got like 3 hits.
Hits?
In the fuck are you talking
I
about?
don't know one song.
Not the songs that you like. We're
This
talking
nigga
about
fucking
hits.
hard.
Captain say,
Albums be hit.
yeah,
Yes.
What?
SOT, nigga,
Don't go
fucking,
back.
What album?
that shit for fucking Lil Jon.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
so-
fingers.
No, the
Tell me when to go.
The song with Little John and Tell Me When to Go is his biggest hits.
That booty. What was
That's
the name
his
of that
biggest
joint?
hit.
Well,
What about
No, we talking about hits.
Sprinkle Me is not a hit.
We're not talking about hits.
You and that.
No.
not a hit.
Listen, we
Sprinkle Me not a hit.
we talking about hits. We talking about hits.
Okay.
Not with the hood like.
Yup,
we talking about hits.
that's a hit.
Yup, and no.
They played that shit in the fucking Super Bowl, my nigga. That's a hit.
Yup, and no, I seen it on
No,
the
Yep.
That's a hit.
That's a
Yup is a fucking
You
hit.
on a white man
Nigga, Too Short.
commercial.
We
No,
talking
Too Short got
we
hits.
talking about hits.
Yeah.
That nigga.
E40 got more recent hits than
Yes, he probably got more hits.
More
man.
hits.
Short got hits that was like in the 80s.
Right.
And
That's
early
what I'm
90s.
saying. Let me.
Too Short is the era of Luke. All he got is bitch.
But he got
What's
hit.
my
No, he
favorite?
don't.
But he transitioned
No, he
to
don't.
it though.
He did.
Utah, Too Short got hits too.
Blow the
Too Short
whistle.
got recent hits too.
If we go recent,
Blow the
oh,
hits. Blow the whistle. Hit.
Nah, you
Blow the whistle.
more recent.
It's time to go. They still play It's Time to Go.
That
Yeah,
shit still
at the end of the club, my
Yeah,
nigga, they
right.
still play It's Time to
That's
Go.
the lead
Nigga.
Yeah,
Nigga.
they always
Get
throw
it.
shit.
Getting it is a hit.
Getting It is a
Yeah,
hit.
getting it is
I'm a
hit.
player.
I'm a
is hit.
Player is a hit. The
Yeah.
Ghetto is a hit.
I'm a-
Short
That's out here. That's out here.
Nigga, he
That's
went-
that's
no.
the same level as Sprinkle Me, my
No,
nigga.
he
Ghetto
went-
is the same
No,
level
nigga, they
as Sprinkle Me, my
went.
nigga.
Those songs
Same
went platinum.
shit.
Sprinkle Me getting the ghetto up out of here.
No, those songs went platinum.
But that's the fuck I'm saying, my nigga. You can't put the Ghetto next to Sprinkle Me, my nigga, and say the Sprinkle Me is some regional shit. That's not the fucking truth.
The Ghetto is a way better
That's
song than fucking
No, it's
Sprinkle
not.
Me.
out of here.
Niggas is
Sprinkle Me
crazy.
getting the ghetto out of here.
Sprinkle Me is a
not.
bigger
I
song.
never heard
Yes.
Sprinkle Me.
Sprinkle Me is bigger than the
Spicy
Ghetto.
would get.
Sing it. I never heard
Sprinkle Me, man.
That you know right
I'm the
there.
person who not from here.
That lets you know right
Song
there.
right there.
But you know the Ghetto by Too Short?
Sing it.
Exactly.
The
You don't know that either, so that's
Boom, 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 boom.
No, so Sprinkle Me.
Hey, Joey said, no, you don't.
That lets you know. And she not from
That
Cali.
nigga said, dum, 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 dum,
I
dum.
just
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Y'all niggas said Sprinkle Me is a bigger song than the Ghetto.
Yes.
Sprinkle Me.
Niggas is
That's how a lot of niggas know Too Short.
That's
Sprinkle
not a
Me
good
with what?
comparison because she still
with nothing.
The ghetto sample of Donny Hop. I'm saying, didn't that?
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
what
Example, that's why I know it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
that song was way bigger than Sprinkle Me, man.
When it
Come on.
made it,
The
Sprinkle Me
was
didn't
fire,
make
but
it in Houston.
it ain't beating the ghetto.
It's not. DJ.
I'm gonna go back and find
Yeah,
that.
That shit is
Look at the numbers. I
a lot of motherfuckers know
I need to go back and find
E40 by
that.
Sprinkle Me.
I think more people know. I think more people know E40 by Tell Me Where to Go.
Slur
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know him from Lost Ride the Whip.
That's Tell Me Where to Go.
Well, okay, that's how I know him.
That's something when to go.
It's like generational.
Yeah.
It depends on how you get introduced
So
to E40 and Too Short.
Too Short got niggas
But
in the
both of
80s
them-
and the 90s.
So does
What did he
And
do in the
2000s.
90s?
Too Short, I mean,
Again,
E40 don't got
shit.
nobody in the 90s.
Getting it.
What?
Yes,
Hold
they
on, what?
do.
Getting it.
Nigga.
No, that's Too Short.
No, E40.
Oh, you said
What
E40?
is it?
E40 was in his prime. Well, he had a second prime.
Hurricane,
That's when he was in his
Captain
prime. In the
Saberhagen.
90s.
Yeah, Captain Saber.
And he was playing with Tupac and everything.
What song that E40 came out in the 90s was bigger than Getting It? I'll wait.
Captain
Captain
Saber.
Saberhagen.
No,
That was bigger than Getting It?
I hope I don't go back.
Bigger than Getting It?
Big Baller with my homies.
No, the one with Too Short.
Rapper's Ball?
Yeah.
That was bigger than Getting It?
Yeah.
And it's with Too
And
Short.
they're together.
And it's with Too
Yeah, and them niggas was together. And them niggas was together.
Matter of fact, y'all bring up that Hope I Don't Go Back the ghetto was Too Short's comeback to Hope I Don't Go Back.
There was. And the verse.
Vice versa. Too Short went the ghetto.
And then he played.
I was writing the first song. I was writing the first song.
Which one
So
is it?
E40 did.
240 did Hope I Don't Go Back. Too
And
Short
Too
came
Short
back
did
to the
the
ghetto.
Shit.
Because
Too
he
Short
knew,
won.
he knew that were their biggest songs. They knew that.
Well,
That's not E40.
that was a 40 big. That was a fucking throwaway.
You talking about we
Hold
talking
up, that was
no,
a
we talking about
throwaway.
regional. We not talking about what we
But
personally
I'm saying,
like.
Hope I
nigga.
Don't Go Back. That ain't no song that made it.
No, that
cross
song went
country.
platinum. Yeah, it did. Everybody looked
But a
at
lot of shit E40 did went platinum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's E40. Come on now.
In a major way went platinum.
That's when East Coast hate.
Yeah, in a major way went platinum. And that was the second album.
I don't think in a major way went platinum.
It did.
Nah,
Google it.
nah.
Nigga,
I
y'all
don't
got
think that went
phones.
platinum.
You got phones.
Hey, don't
Your phone.
I don't even think
close.
E40 went platinum until fucking
Tell me when
Ghetto
Google.
Report.
Google it.
Yeah,
Google that shit.
I don't think that
Google
went
that
platinum.
shit.
Tell me when the girl went up against Blow the Whistle.
Yeah,
Hold on,
he
what?
had to.
Yeah.
They had to, yeah,
Yeah.
because Blow the Whistle was a mega hit.
And Short held that till round 20.
Yeah. Nigga, after the battle was over and they was just bullshit,
Right.
they was still playing hits.
No, because they got a gang of hits.
Exactly, like even when
They
they
got
was
a gang of hits.
bullshit,
Because we was talking in the chat.
because nigga, when you was looking in the comments, nigga was like, man, why this nigga don't play Gouda?
I was waiting on
Man
Gouda.
said that.
I was like, where's Gouda?
But that's a personal song.
But I'm saying though,
Right.
like it's not a hit, but most niggas fuck with Gouda.
Well, that's the thing. I think everybody at this table like E40 as a better rapper than Too Short.
No, I
Well,
don't.
most niggas feel like
I would prefer Too Short over E40.
I'm
I
fuck-
don't. The only song that
you talking
I
about his
like
voice.
by
I'm
E40
switching seats, man.
The only song
That's what I said from the jump.
is yep and no, and he just came out with that one a couple of years ago.
That was 4
She
years.
don't
That's on
even
4 years
count,
old.
B.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But she more familiar with Too Short than E40.
Yeah.
No, I'm more familiar with. Yeah, I am more familiar with Too Short. I'll take Too Short over E40.
A lot of
but don't get me wrong. I know who E40
That's
was.
what I'm saying.
I'm very familiar with the music. I just
When
didn't like it.
Short moved
Moved
to
to Atlanta,
Atlanta,
nigga,
a lot of
yeah.
people start fucking with
That's
Short.
what I'm saying.
That's when he got his second win. That's when
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that was in the 90s. That was what
That's what I'm saying.
late
Typically,
90s.
typically the
90s.
average motherfucker, like right now, of course, I'm taking E40 over Too Short lyrically.
No, I'm overall.
But I'm
as
saying
an artist.
But
Everything.
Well,
Albums.
I'm gonna say this
Nigga,
though.
after listening to that verses, I was like, yeah, 40 fuck Short over. 40 whoop Short.
Now if Too Short would have
Too
came
Short
out,
won though.
this how Too Short should have
Who
came
said
out.
that?
It was on DX,
He should have came out.
and they
with
put it on the
Grid.
Versus Instagram,
That was bullshit.
and he won by like every. When they did the total, like a
Because
point,
nigga,
it was like the score was like 100 to like 120.
They said 40 whoop Short.
I don't trust they
You
West
can't- you
Coast.
can't call for it.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
it comes-
yeah.
See, the thing is, my nigga, like,
When it
it's
come to
all
West Coast-
subjective, my nigga. At the
Yeah,
end
it
of the day,
is.
nobody
Yeah,
really
that's
won, my
true.
nigga.
No, it
Go off who you felt won, my nigga.
It
Because
does.
me, I felt like 40 won.
I thought
I
it
didn't
was
even
40,
have
but
to
it was very
listen to
close.
40 Wood.
Listen.
Okay, what else are we supposed to be recapping? Before we get
The whole
tossed up in the
2020.
hit-
Okay, well, let's
we
talk
talked
about-
Kobe. We
Yo,
talked
let's
about
talk about one of the things we have to talk
What about
about.
Gucci whooping Jeezy?
No more versus shit.
One thing we have to talk about was your
Gucci
favorite
Whip Jeezy.
episode of your own show.
He did.
My favorite
Of
episode
2020.
Yeah.
Of 2020.
Oh, it just happened recently, like in October.
If I show you hand me an
Oh, you want something in it?
Hard.
No, thank you.
Which episode?
Pause.
Which episode? Pause.
Wait, pause.
Get out of
It's
the
hard to say which one particularly, but it just happened like in October. Like to me, a good episode is when I leave here feeling real good, like wanting to continue the discussion. That's how I base it, and not so much like. Cause when I go back and listen, then I get into criticism mode. So I don't like I can't base it off that. I have to base it off of truly in the moment.
So you gonna have to pop it.
I can't.
Shit.
I don't know.
They go outside with that shit, nigga. Yo, don't point that shit towards me, son.
Do you have a favorite episode?
Well, y'all relax. You ain't got to figure
No,
it.
because he says the same shit every time. Every episode is a good episode.
Y'all be having some good ass episodes. I swear to God, I be watching y'all shit like as of like. I'm glad like y'all start doing it, especially when it was my time when I had my son, not for the whole week, but just for like 4 days or whatever. On that Sunday, nigga, I used to peep y'all shit all day.
I know what it is. The ball game.
You say pause?
That's hers. Which one? Because she the one that came up with it.
No, that's not why, but the ball game allowed us, like, you like to just come in here and freestyle. I like to have a plan. But that allowed us to do what you like and what I like. And that's what made that really, really good. And then Ben wasn't really hitting us with the, this y'all show shit. He was getting in on it too. So that was really good.
I had to. I'll put some of the joints in there. But that was...
the ball episode was one
that
of
was
my
fun.
favorites.
That was unique and creative. You know, that was something different.
Y'all should be dope when it seemed like y'all really be going. It seemed like one of the other, somebody mad at each other.
See, that's what I don't like. No, because that's what the show is not about.
Well, no, it doesn't
argue though.
Well, I'm saying like it don't look like it's personal. But it looked like y'all channeling each other's energy.
It's
like
the whole cat versus ball.
Absolutely. Because our perspectives were all, for the most part, I feel like always be different.
Right.
But I'm not being different just for the sake of being
just for the
different.
show.
Yeah, just for the show.
Right.
If he right and I agree with that shit, I'll say, oh shit, that makes sense. Women do be tripping, blah blah blah.
Right.
But if I feel like you're bullshitting, then shit, you're bullshitting. And I'm gonna say that. But favorite episode.
What you don't? He ain't got one. What? If not this year, what about in general?
In general, 16.
Why is
16?
What was that?
16 was. It's always gonna be the best one.
What is that?
The one we was talking about the ESPN was commentating on sex tape. That shit was funny as
Yo, the
fuck.
sex tape was funny as fuck.
That shit.
You said that shit. We rolled
The sexual tape.
Yeah, the sexual. We rolled that for like a year.
That shit.
Pause.
That shit will always be the funniest shit.
pause,
my nigga.
motherfucker.
The sexual tapes.
The sexual tape.
Nigga,
I'm
that
gonna go
shit.
back and watch
16 is the funniest one.
Yeah, that's when niggas brought up the heavy metal shit.
Yeah, nigga, exactly, nigga.
That
16 is the best one we had, my nigga.
That was
16 is like the hardest one to top.
That's a dope number too.
I
We
still
are like on
16.
episode 89
No,
now.
we not.
We're in the 70s. We're like
in the
81,
late
82.
70s.
And you're talking about 16.
16 is the funniest.
Yeah, it
This
is.
shit,
That's a
like
good
on
number.
Too Much Game, like nigga, my favorite episode is like episode 3.
Why is
Where are
episode
you now?
why episode 3?
85.
Why episode 3 was your
Hey,
favorite?
we all the rookies, man.
Just because I was talking that shit.
Nah,
man,
you know,
like,
come
I
on.
Don't say that word.
Rookies in effect.
Don't say that word.
We talking about no rookies.
See, I
Oh,
was
okay,
gassed.
none of us.
Okay.
Y'all rookies. I'm
That's
in G League right
They
now.
talking about what Lady A is.
I
I know, but that's what I told them.
Very
Y'all niggas talking that shit.
Shout out to, hey, you know what? Hey, shout out to CJ
Exactly.
for that. She stepped up on that since it first came out. Remember?
What? Lady A?
Your fan.
She's gonna beat Lady A
Your
ass.
fan.
Whoa.
Fan.
I didn't like that comment because you're not in no position to call nobody no rookie. Don't
Put
get me
them-
wrong. You don't
put them
have to.
paws on.
You don't have to like our show. You don't have to like our content. But what you're not gonna do is criticize when you're not in the proper
Motherfucker.
position. Get in position.
Motherfucker, I stepped
Let CJ get her shit off. Pause.
You so
With me, why you pausing that girl getting her shit off?
First of all,
Oh yeah, my bad. Let CJ get her shit off.
it was when me, Mark, and Nick we had a series when we went over our favorite 30 for 30s.
That shit was dope.
I mean, and it seemed like, and what was dope was we didn't tell each other beforehand. We just came off the rip, and some of the 30 for 30s, Paul, shut up, was basically we had some of the same 30 for 30s on our list. Like we all had the
Came
Fab
off the
Five.
rip?
Shut
You
up.
said came off the crib.
No,
None of y'all had the
It's
U
all good,
one.
bro. It's all good.
Yeah, somebody
Nick had the
Nick had the U.
Okay, because
But all of us had.
Shit.
But all of us had the Fab Five.
You got
I think
That's number one, hands down.
Me and Mark had the Last Dance, and the Lakers
What you
won.
looking for?
And I think.
Wait, time out.
I mean,
Don't disrespect the last
What you
dance
do
and
with
put that as a 30 for 30.
Do I have
but it is. But
It was.
But it
was a series.
Technically,
But
it was
it was
still
technically a 30 for 30.
It was still classified as a 30 for 30. If you go into if you go on ESPN's list right now, that is a 30 for 30.
Do not disrespect the last dance by putting it as a 30
It's a 30 for 30.
It was
It's
a 30
his,
for 30.
it's his own shit. Y'all,
It's his own 30 for
not
30.
today, man. Y'all not gonna disrespect my nigga MJ today.
Like,
I will.
Like,
You're not gonna do that,
like,
man.
I know you
I
will.
will. He's number 3 all time.
We're not having that conversation right now.
Wait,
So like Nick had Hillsborough, he had the story on Ben Wilson, Pony Excess, the
Express.
well, it's
Yeah.
the Fab Five, and he had the U was his number one.
The U was dope.
You was dope.
The first U.
Yeah.
Mark, of course, he had 4
Niggas
falls
had a
of
Bad Boy
Buffalo.
and shit?
The no crossover.
The
on
Bad
AI.
Boys was you know what
Hey,
was
the Bad Boys.
underrated?
Oh, boy.
The Reggie Miller.
That was on my list.
I thought old boy shit was underrated. The nigga that went to Boston College.
Oh, Chris,
Was it
Chris
the,
Aaron?
the point guard?
Yeah,
Chris Aaron, the
Chris
dude
Aaron.
when he was hooked up with drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark had Celtics, Lakers, Fab
Like
Five,
all
Last
of the
Dance.
fucking 30 for 30s was dope.
niggas didn't have the morning side one up there. I mean, well, not
Was not considered-
morning side.
No, you right, nigga. You right, nigga.
The story about
That wasn't 30
it was a doc. It wasn't.
But it should have been a 30 for 30, nigga.
That shit should have.
Shout out to my OGs, nigga. Every single last one of them, nigga, from the 4, the 8, and the 9, nigga.
I was trying to ask you from the wood because you talking
Shit.
about that doc. I remember they was interviewing Corey on 710 one day when the day they premiered, and there was a lot of people was talking about Stace.
Oh yeah, because he only wanted to make it to the league.
But there was the talk where he really should have pursued playing football instead of playing basketball.
Have they done the fucking 30 for 30 on my nigga yet? Fuck. What's homie that everybody say was better than the fucking LeBron in high school?
Shake
Shake Cotton.
Amazon.
He got a documentary called That Child.
I'm saying
Man, that shit happened.
30 for
That was like 2
30.
years ago.
It's on Amazon.
I know.
Baron Davis
I
did
don't
that
want to
shit.
pay for it. I ain't gonna front. I don't want to pay for it.
Baron Davis did his. Baron Davis did his.
I don't want to pay for it.
DM me. I'll send you
That's too early.
Hey,
He was the best player in the world at like 13. He peaked too early.
Who?
Shake
Harold Miner.
The favorite?
Yeah.
No, he said the best.
What about for y'all show? Now,
No rules.
They need a 30 for 30 on David Hamilton, aka Super Crip from Compton High.
And he had game. He really had game.
My nigga Super Crip need a fucking documentary.
By the way, Barry, we still waiting on
If
that.
I ever learn how to
That
make movies, I'm gonna do one on my nigga Super Crip.
I don't know what happened to him. I know he got the Auburn and
Super Crip.
and then
he started game banging.
I can't tell you because that'd be snitching.
Okay.
Okay,
well,
cool. Then
all right.
I can't tell you what happened to Super Crip.
Then tell us. I know he got the Auburn. I know he got the Auburn and then he just disappeared.
Yeah, it'll be snitching if I told you. I'll tell you after we stop recording.
Got you.
What about for y'all on y'all show?
Probably for me would probably be Hey Man.
Hey man,
Was that this year or just in
No,
general?
I think that was last year.
Hey,
This year was probably
No, this year that year.
No, nigga. No, when they was talking about that nigga that was stuttering.
That was B4, no?
most of the shit is B4.
Yeah.
no, hell no.
Yeah, it is.
Because I listen to every fucking episode of No Rules.
Wait,
my
what
nigga.
happened on the episode?
When they talk,
I said the nigga, that nigga. Nah.
No,
The lawnmower movie. Wait, because they
that
had
nigga-
Tourette's too.
no, yeah, exactly. That's what it was. That nigga fucking Ill Will brought that shit up, my
The
nigga.
Tourette's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Will brought that shit
Yeah,
up.
no, that shit was funny.
I was like, damn, these niggas.
Yeah, that was cold. And then when we was talking about the nigga got shot in the ass and did the butterfly, that shit was grind.
Don't play me, don't. No.
That was fucked up.
Our best episode to me was the story.
What story?
When I got knocked out by the chick.
Oh, just overall?
I think that's when niggas thought we was kind of funny.
Solidify, yeah.
Yeah.
That's solidified.
You heard that? You heard that?
That
What?
Oh.
The episode when he got knocked out by the girl?
Yeah, that was early.
That was like the second
That was like
episode.
episode 2.
That was like
That's solidified.
That's what had us like, okay.
Yeah.
these
All right,
niggas is
so
solidified.
break down what happened. Recap what happened. For her and for the people that's watching.
The whole story or just what happened?
Just real quick, how we got to the knockout.
To make a long story short and a short story long,
Before you said that.
we was me and the homies was at the beach after like we had a show this and I was trying to rap, whatever. We went to the beach after a show and it was like we was deep, like 100 plus. And I'm chilling. It's kind of standing by the what do you call that? Is that technically called the shore where the waves come in before you like when you standing at the sand?
Sure.
And then it's the shore, right?
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we having a good time at the beach. I'm talking to my homie about some shit, and this girl is running after two of my other homies. They took her hat. I guess it was an expensive hat. So they took her hat, and she was wilding out or whatever. Like, give me my hat. Like I said, expensive hat. So they threw it. It just so happened to come my way. I had nothing to do with the whole shenanigans at all. That's on my son at all. Mm-hmm. I just naturally caught the hat because she was chasing him. Mm-hmm. So I caught it, and I catch the hat, and the girl comes up to me, and I saw her running after the fucking hat. So as soon as I caught it, I'm like, yo, here. Mm-hmm. But because they was in my crew, she thought I was involved. That's just because we in the same crew. These was my niggas. But I didn't have nothing to do with it. As I'm handing her the hat, she like, I just caught it off of natural instincts, nigga. I'm handing her the hat. She was like, motherfucker, whatever she said, who she was, bam, sock.
Damn.
Hey, like
on the button.
Right on the button, nigga. Like I always say, niggas do box. Well, certain niggas do boxing. It only a baby can knock you out, nigga. All you need is a pound of blood pressure,
Joe Rogan
right spot. That's all
right
you need.
on the button.
Yeah, if you know fighting, y'all know that's all you need. Less than a pound of high pressure in the right spot, you're gone.
Yep.
You see how
and I landed right in the water.
What's the nigga name? White 100 just dropped it.
Hey, peep this. It's like 2000.
That nigga hit him on a run.
This like 2003. So nigga was machined up. I had a nice ass machine shirt, nigga, with some forces on, nigga. So I'm knocked out and shit.
Not the white joints.
And I had the white joints on. I'm knocked out.
Dr. Dre 1.
Yeah, my niggas was like, yo, all we saw was your forces. The rest of you was underwater, nigga.
Oh, that's messed
Slide
up.
me out, pause, and I'm looking like
That's not necessary.
she fucked me up so much that like when I came to, pause, I thought we were scrapping, so I started knuckling up like, and then my niggas is there, so I'm like, no, I knew I got hit. Mind you, I'm not already there. I'm not there yet, so I'm like, yo, where these niggas at? Let's go. And I'm like, why my niggas is so calm? So they like, yo, you all right, man? You know, it took us like a minute, you know. And then it started coming to or whatever, and I was like, yo, this chick knocked me out. And my homies is telling me like, yo, she fucked you up or whatever. So I'm like, wait a minute. And everybody niggas that know me, I'm a fair and like logical person. I'll think before I react, and I'll give you the benefit of doubt before I strike. So I walked up to the parking lot, and her crew was these niggas from wherever, not our crew. And then I just as I'm walking to where they are, I just so happened to see an Arizona bottle. Like,
You was thirsty.
I was thirsty. You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed the bottle, you know, and I didn't want nobody to see that I had it, so I had it behind me. I walk up to the girl, and as I'm going up to the girl, like that whole crew was just like, you fuck that nigga up and bitch ass nigga and fuck him and all that shit. And mind you, on my son, I had nothing to do with why they took her hat at all. I just called it, and like I said, I handed it to her. So they like dancing like Thriller and pop locking and all that shit. It's making it fun. Like that nigga got fucked up. He was in the water, sleep and all that.
Man.
And these are my exact words. I still remember it to this day. I walked up to her, had the shit behind me. Back was itching, and I was like, "Hey,
God bless you, bitch.
You hit me back there, and I didn't have nothing to do with, them dudes taking your hat. I appreciate an apology." That was my exact words. She was like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm such and such from whatever. And at that time, it was just reaction time. So I bonked her ass. Nigga, right on top of her head. Nigga, the next time.
Now I feel like we on flat.
You needed a bottle.
He gave that bitch a
I didn't really need the bottle. No, I didn't. I didn't know what was gonna happen. Now, mind you, I didn't know that I was about to walk up to this parking lot and all these niggas is on some like, yo, you fuck that nigga, and especially because I didn't have nothing to do with this shit. So I genuinely wanted her to apologize.
Damn.
I really did, and I would have been good with that because I didn't know her. I didn't have nothing. She didn't know me. I didn't have nothing to do with that shit. And then you gotta imagine, you walk up there and it's like, mind you, they like fucking 50 deep. And all these niggas is like, bitch ass nigga, and
doing a moonwalk.
you know what I'm saying, doing the moonwalk, shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Did
Then
you feel better after you bonked her?
No, it made me feel better after I knocked like 4 of the other niggas out. But the thing is, I'm like, I actually thought she was, because she knew who she was chasing. She knew I didn't have nothing to do with this shit, so I thought she was about to be like, "Oh, my bad," but your niggas that you hang around with, I was gonna take that. Like the niggas that you hang around with is what I was gonna take all that. She was just like in front of everybody, and then mind you, all my niggas is behind me. So I'm just like, and mind you, I felt bad as fuck. Like the next day, I went to the park and was hooping, and niggas was laughing at this shit, and I was like, "Yo, I felt bad for hitting the girl with the bottle." And all that shit. And everything that I kept saying everything I kept hearing after that was, "Will, don't tell that story ever again because you got knocked out by a girl." But the thing was, I really felt bad for hitting her. But nobody seemed to give a fuck about me being knocked out once I said I did what I did.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was just like, "Yo,
You should have did that,
you
bro.
shouldn't have did." And I'm talking about like,
That bitch knocked me out.
she
Fuck that
cold
bitch.
knocked me out, nigga. Niggas was telling me like, "Don't tell nobody that happened." I got like we was like no exaggeration, we was like 70 something deep, and niggas was dragging me like 69 people was looking at me getting dragged out the water, nigga. Like I'm underneath, like this nigga Mesquine shit is all fucked up. My ego was destroyed.
Especially for you had a Mesquine on,
Man,
my
I got the Mesquine on, nigga. Man, the white
That's an
horses,
$80 tee.
Yeah.
Man,
That's an $80 tee.
that's an $80 tee.
Expensive.
That's an $80 tee.
For one t-shirt. One t-shirt, $80, nigga. And when I think about it now, it's like it's ignorant as fuck. Mind you, this is when I'm like 20. I'm 40 right now. This is when I was like 23. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I'm thinking
I ain't
this is
gonna
when
front,
you're
that
like
might not be good.
Nah, I'm about to see right now.
Why is it gotta be that though?
No, that shit's good.
Yeah, I'm still like, you motherfuckers still hitting my nigga.
But I didn't do nothing. So it's that's my point. That's the argument that I have all the time. I didn't have nothing to do with it, so it was okay for her to knock me. I'm an innocent bystander.
No, it was
That's her
not
fault.
okay.
So then,
Yeah, that's her
As a
fault.
man, unfortunately, you shouldn't have bonked her ass with no can of nothing, bro.
You bumped it with a
bump,
can?
the
No,
bump
nah,
was
the bottom.
Oh.
Even
was
worse.
lenient. The
I'm
bump was
gonna bump it
lenient.
with a bare hand.
Yeah, and here's my thing, low key. Had you just hit her with your hand,
No, I think that would have been worse.
Yeah, it would have been
It
worse.
would've
for
been-
you to pick up a weapon.
If I hit her-
I feel like my hands ain't good.
if I hit her with
so
my
I need
hand,
something.
if I hit her with my hand, she would have been destroyed.
That's what you say.
No, this is 23-year-old Will. This is when she would have been
but
destroyed.
You picked up a can.
Because it's probably not going to be just one hand.
If I pick up a bottle, bitch,
If you pick up a bottle,
Bottle was, and
if
that
I pick
shit.
up a bottle, that means I don't have the confidence that my hands gonna hit just like I need them to.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not one man. Not necessarily.
Nah, it's the message. It's the message.
The bottle says I'm gonna fuck up your face.
CJ, if I would have hit her with them hands, it wouldn't have been just one hit.
I've
It wouldn't
seen
have
a girl
been.
get dicked out
been a combo.
with a bottle. That shit fucks your face up, everything.
No,
up.
but
So
but
no.
but it's worse when you get them hands. It's no from
Because
a.
them hands ain't finna be by
They
themselves.
finna-
Yeah, but it's just hands. Glass cut you in a different goddamn way.
Yo,
Shit, knuckles
nigga,
down.
knuckles cut your shit.
It wasn't like a.
And it was just over the top. Yeah, I didn't do this.
Like,
I didn't do the. I didn't do the. She.
I don't care what angle. I don't care if you came at a 90 degree or a 60.
that's a
See?
45.
Yeah, what a bottle.
Right, and she was cool. Bottle just bust, and that was it.
So did
If
you
it-
knock her out? She was knocked out?
No.
Damn.
Ben, what's your favorite episode? I can't. Ben,
I'm saying that. See that, and I get that all the
I didn't
time.
have too
I have a
many
lot of
this
respect
this
for you.
year.
It's all gone now.
For that,
Goddamn.
I'm all on the camera.
Will's still a real nigga.
Man.
What you looking for?
Pass me the wings.
This
I
shit
feel
heavy.
like
Y'all done fucked it up.
Where the wings at? All
That's
the wings
it.
gone?
Hey, whatever that Cajun flavor was, that was my first
That shit was
time
fire,
having
huh?
That was
That shit
good.
was
Hey,
what is that?
Cajun.
Cajun.
and
I'm low.
But is that Cajun dry, Cajun wet?
and this my thing,
Oh,
man.
I always get the wet.
Every time I had that, I never get. That's what I'm saying. Niggas
Because I would have to
never.
get it back too.
Niggas never understand. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like you grab the bottle or you hit her. Niggas don't never.
No, okay, so let me
Take,
tell you
like-
what. My best friend.
You just
spit on
walking
a
down the
nigga.
street, somebody hit you.
No, my best friend spit on a nigga when I was in like the 8th or 9th grade, and that was one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen a girl do to a nigga. And he got up and commenced to beat her ass, and I didn't feel bad because you spit on this man.
But she spit on him.
She spit on him. So there are instances. I'm one of them rare ass females that you will meet who will be like, every now and then a bitch might have to get her ass whooped because you didn't cross the line. I don't feel like nobody should put their hands on nobody.
And I was
You
knocked
don't
out.
get me wrong.
I respect
I
that.
teach my son that you probably are gonna run into a crazy one. I feel like every black man at one point in time is gonna run into a crazy one. You restrain her and you remove yourself. Do not hit her. Do not engage because you will always be on the losing end of that. However, I don't feel like nobody should ever spit on nobody. I don't feel like I could beat a grown man ass, but if you spit on me, I'm gonna give all my might to beat your motherfucking ass because you have spit on me.
So imagine
And
how you
so
feel when you
once
waking
it
up.
spits on a man,
Yeah.
in my mind, and I might be wrong, and I'm sure it'll come back. Cold slap the fuck out that bitch because you tripping. You don't spit on people. That's like no go. Now her knocking you out, I get you 23, you young, your testosterone is high.
Yeah.
But at the same time, my nigga, like, I think if people had been pumping it up at the top, and had she just already been gone, you would have never even had an opportunity to.
I feel like I feel like because of the situation, even if I would have just beat her up, I still would be getting the same shit. But no, that's what I'm saying. But
I think there's a difference.
nobody
With yours,
talks
how
about
you talk about
this nigga was knocked out.
Remove yourself.
You got
That
to
is
hear
necessary
word.
as far as like life lessons.
That'll work,
You know,
my nigga, 'cause
you
I'm
gotta
loaded.
be in control of your
That shit
emotions.
might pull
So
me
you
down a
don't
little
fuck
notch,
yourself up.
nigga.
But
This might
she
help.
was disrespectful.
Knocked me out.
Okay, so now if
So
she
what
would have
if she
been
had
gone,
hit you and not knocked you out?
in general,
Even if you hit him on his back
Even
pocket,
if you hit me,
in general, she
I
should
don't
not
think
been
if
at
he
the
had
beach
been
no
knocked
more.
out, his
If you
ego
still
would
at the
have
beach or
been-
you feel like that area, and I see you, now it's
What possess you to say, I'm going now? I'm going to go above and beyond.
this my
knocked his
I
ass out.
saw,
Hey,
right.
don't let me-
His ego was bruised. It wasn't that he
But-
so much hit
yeah,
him.
don't matter.
but this is my thing. I always tell
More.
people like this. I have this thing where people will talk about what they would do and what they won't do until they in that situation.
Very true.
Now, all I'm saying is you can hear it verbally right now, like okay, your ego was fucked up or whatever. All I'm saying is, it I can say that now. I'm 40 years old. It might have been ego. Could have been.
Will is the OG in townhouse me.
It might have been embarrassment. But the thing is, right now at 40 years old, when I eliminate ego and embarrassment, like you, female or male, not only did you put your hands on this person, you knocked them out. Like, and I'm not talking about this. And this is a grown man telling you. Like I said, when I went to the park the next day, and I was telling the other grown men at that time, I was like 23. These dudes like 30, 35, and 40. That's all they kept saying. Yo, dudes that was going to church, all that.
In Jesus' name.
Like, hey, don't tell nobody that you got knocked out by a girl. Now that
in the name of the Lord.
Now at that point, it wasn't the ego for me. When I'm older now, I'm like, listen.
It's in the name of Jesus.
If you just randomly walk up to somebody and you do something like that, at this point in my life, I'm kind of like, I don't care what happens to you, because that's like hitting the innocent bystander. What if that was your kid? What if that was your brother?
So are you saying to me now that at 40 you feel the same? Like, let's say you're 40 now and you're out with Mark. And a similar situation, it's young kids out, 18, 19-year-old niggas, they done fuck with a bitch, took her hat. Same situation, right? And it come in your direction. You catch it to give it back because you a grown-ass man and you ain't trying to get involved. Yeah. And she knock you out again. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna approach it the same way I did then. Hey,
in Jesus' name.
No. You gotta hear me. I said, see, and that's what goes over people's head. See, everybody hear the reaction. Y'all don't think about what I did before. I gave her the opportunity to apologize. And I had some people say, you gave her the opportunity? Yeah. I went up to her and said, hey, you hit me down there. And I didn't have nothing to do with that situation. And you know that. You know what her answer was? I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't give a fuck, and I'm such and such from whatever. Cool. Now I gotta let you know.
Bitch. She'll know she did it.
And that's what I'm saying. And I'm not now that I'm
from the avenue, bitch.
Now that I'm 40, I can say this. I can't tell you what actions will display, but if I'm in a situation where I know you're wrong and I didn't react first, and I gave you the benefit of the doubt to apologize, then I don't know how I will react according to whatever you did. So all I'm gonna say is, if you can, like you said, you can snuff. We didn't been in situations like that as of recent. We in the bar.
Yep.
Dude kept walking by. Mm-hmm. Hey man, like, yo, which way you going? We try to be polite. We all know this part of the bar was an exit. Hey, you all right? You had too much to drink. Whatever the case may be, we give people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. But when your action after that, or your reaction after that is, yo, I don't give a fuck, and fuck it, I don't care what I was doing. Then we gonna test who.
Will from the ass, bitch.
We gonna test who fucks is given. That's just the cloth that I'm cut from.
Will from the ass, bitch.
Because a lot of people be like, they don't give a fuck or they'll do whatever. I'm not a bully. So I would have never.
I don't think you're a bully. I don't know. Like, okay, so I asked you that question in thinking that your response will be different now at 40, because you're saying at 40.
Yeah.
This.
You're a 40-year-old man.
I can't tell you how my reaction would be.
The same.
Well, it depends on the person. That's what I'm saying. I was the same person that would take in consideration. As of when I was 23 and 40. So yeah, I'll come up to you and be like, yo man, like, hey, like I did. Hey, you hit me down there. And I didn't have nothing to do with that situation. Just letting you know.
So you saying if they was like,
if everything
my
was
bad.
Exactly the same.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He's saying basically.
No. If they said like, oh my bad, I didn't know you wasn't with them.
Yeah.
Considering that he wasn't the person who
did
you were the aggressor.
Right. I know. I didn't have nothing to do with it.
With returning her taken items.
Right. And mind you, I caught the shit and gave it to her. She knew that I wasn't the one that she was chasing. She knew
I've
that.
been that person though. Like, I've been that girl.
You knocked the nigga out?
No, not the nigga out, but had maybe two niggas from a crew
CJ knocked the nigga
doing
out,
stuff to annoy me, and then get into it with a whole nother nigga, but you with the crew. But he said 22, 23, not at that age. At maybe 16, 17, 18. Those age range of, so you with these niggas, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, fuck all y'all. Because y'all started this shit.
Toxic. So, you can't do that.
But even her reaction was not correct.
No, it wasn't.
So
I'm not
that's where it
saying
starts
that
from.
she was within her rights to hit you. She was all the way wrong.
What about after she hit me?
What do you mean after?
And
I
gave her the opportunity to apologize.
And her response was, "Nigga, I don't
She said, "I don't give a fuck. I'm such and such from whatever." So what do you? Okay. Let's switch it. Let's switch it.
Yes.
Say that happened to you, and you do it the same way.
Say I'm walking along.
She knock you out.
Knock me out.
A nigga knock you
I'm
out.
going to get my niggas. What?
Off the rip, right?
Off the rip.
So now look.
It don't even matter.
Now look.
That's different.
So
Will gave her the chance to
But hold on. But I gave her the chance to apologize. You automatically going to get your nigga off the rip. I gave you the chance to apologize before I do anything off the rip. Whether that's going to get my girl.
You have that to do because you are a fucking man. But as a woman, I'm not finna go toe to toe with no nigga. I'm finna come get somebody who gonna beat your motherfucking ass.
Okay, so let's say. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's say it was a female, and you didn't have nothing to do with it. So as soon as she hits you,
I'm not. Let me tell you this. I'm not gonna give you the opportunity to motherfucking apologize.
Now, if it's a nigga, hold on. So if it's a nigga, she going to, regardless if the nigga can explain,
it don't matter.
It don't matter. She going to go get her nigga.
Right.
But then if it's a female, she not even giving
what
her the opportunity.
What is the explanation for knocking a bitch out?
You mean a dude doing it?
What would be? What could you say to me
what can
that would say, "Oh, don't go get your nigga"?
What can a man say to CJ? What she's saying?
I feel you. That's why I gave her the opportunity to apologize.
Everything.
You can. That's what I'm saying. That's a luxury you have as being on the opposite end. But ain't no luxury. I'm not giving no luxuries after you done knocked me out.
So why do I gotta get the
You are a man.
You could do the same.
I could have, but I'm not.
You could do the same.
I'm not. What the fuck? You are a man.
It's messed up.
You are a. It's not messed up. Listen. We are
that
going
shit sound
so
one-sided.
No,
it is. That shit sounded so one-sided.
We
man.
want to group, and there's just such a push for equality and all that good old bullshit, and it sound good, bro. It sound good, but guess what? Men are men, and women are women, and we bring something different from the table. And just like it's gonna be shit, just like y'all can fuck 50,000 bitches, 50,000. And still get a quality bitch at the end of your life, find someone and live a great life. If a bitch fuck 50,000 niggas,
she got good
pussy. Quality, the likelihood of her getting a quality nigga at the end of her transition is slim to none.
Shit, how you figure that?
No.
How you figure that?
When they say about better get
you run through. Stop. Don't act. Be for real.
We are.
You telling me that a female who has sex with a whole bunch of niggas.
CJ,
porn stars having husbands.
Wait, hold on. My only thing is, how would I know how many people she had sex with? Because I'm not asking her.
Listen, okay,
even if you know, but hold on, but porn chicks be having husbands.
I'm not asking.
Porn chicks be having husbands. They be
porn. I'm saying
porn, like sexual toys.
Porn. I thought you said
porn chicks be having husbands. Yo, I thought you said porn.
Okay, let's talk about black folks then, because white, yes,
no, black too. What's her name? Jasmine Cashmere got like a the husband is like on some lawyer type shit.
Jasmine Cashmere.
And
Jada Fire.
Vanessa Blue.
Jada Fire, her husband?
I know she was fucking with
somebody.
Yeah, she trying to fuck Drake not too long ago.
No, I know.
Here's my thing. If you're open to that, then you're open to a different type of
she's not a porn star.
Who?
She was.
No, she just.
No, she wasn't a porn star.
She'll do like stripper shit.
She was doing like softcore.
Yeah, like
it wasn't.
Just like when you don't put the dick in.
She wasn't.
No, they don't film the dick being there.
She wasn't putting real dick. She wasn't fucking nobody.
Then that ain't porn.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, like she wasn't a real porn star.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
she was.
So
She was
bullshit.
bullshit, showing her titties.
She was getting paid to show her titties.
She was like OnlyFans before OnlyFans.
But that still coincides of what CJ is saying as far as like they have this thing about if a woman does this, then they don't have the gold at the end of the I don't care. Nah, yeah, exactly.
We don't give a fuck.
I don't think man.
Y'all are not being with no. Are y'all you being with a well-known hoe? Or you finna wake a well-known hoe your gal?
I'm pretty sure. No. At some point in time, every chick, every nigga that you done dealt with has been somebody's jump off. Period.
Yes.
So
don't get me wrong.
So I'm not
natural state.
Right. So I'm
saying hoe.
So you might a nigga might end up wifing a chick that was a rat. It just happens all the time. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. And see the thing is, what gets misconstrued is like the woman gets older or the man gets older and they start carrying themselves a different way. But then you have that group of niggas that be like, yo,
I remember that bitch got
that
shit happened. But that shit happened now.
That shit, it happened then and it happens now.
Yeah, so
here's my thing. Females can't sit around and be like, oh yeah, that nigga had slept with this bitch. It will never be said the same.
Yeah,
and that's all I'm saying.
When they be proud of
they do. Yeah, they do. Women love niggas. They be proud. Or when they hear it, they love niggas who got hoes.
Women love to fuck with a nigga that got all the hoes.
I don't want nobody who got all the hoes.
They used to love fucking with me because I had all the hoes.
See?
Listen, if you think women have a tendency to think that a man has all the hoes if he is attractive and if he is doing well. Nobody wants somebody who other people don't want. Don't get me wrong.
No, they want a nigga that every bitch.
Okay, so what's
the difference between this is a nigga who's picky with his dick too, and then this nigga fucking everything that's walking. There's a difference.
What if he picky now?
So if a nigga come up to a nigga what if you meet a nigga and you the one to him, but he find out you had sex with more than, let's say, 25
niggas.
25. Yo, you see a face? That's a year. That's a lot of niggas.
That's a lot of dick.
That's a lot. That's a lot of niggas on everything.
Anyway,
in 1 year.
But I'm saying,
in
a couple months.
But let's say you find a nigga that's the one for you, or he the one for you. He the one for you.
Running amok.
If I knew that nigga that I was talking to fuck with like 100 bitches or whatever.
Yo, low key, CJ called me Mark.
I'm sorry. You know what I mean.
It's all right. You know
that's the second time.
Roll the eyes.
It would not bother me. Because you know why?
What if he told you though? What if you told him your number and he like, yo, that's too much for me?
Okay.
And you not know. I'm just saying.
Fine.
You say my number 7. He be like, my number 100. But damn, bitch, you a hoe.
He like, yeah,
we not gonna compare each other. But whatever I shared with him was too much, I wouldn't feel no way. That means that it's just not for me.
Tell that nigga 3.
So
all women say.
But if I found out he said, here's the thing. This is what I have.
75.
He's 40 years old. 3.
You got bad pussy.
Sex
Something
is
wrong.
better. You need practice. Y'all need practice to get better.
So you'll take a nigga that had a
whole niggas is
that had a lot of sex.
But I'm just saying, I'm not gonna judge you based off that because that's the freedom that men have.
So there was an argument.
I would never ask a woman.
Because niggas think that too. We think that too. You had your shit.
Women can get better off of a quality relationship. Let me tell you how I got better, honestly and truly. When I've been engaged twice. those two relationships grew me sexually because I felt comfortable to do whatever because I love these people. So those was when I tried head and tried, oh, we gonna do this and all this other shit, right?
Wait,
Mr. Helicopter Man.
wait, time out, man. Y'all catch that? Y'all see that? Y'all catch that? No, it wasn't like this, nigga. Y'all didn't catch that?
Because I have to feel comfortable. I don't want to feel judged. So when I know that
that's
something
that's
that's committed, that's typically, not saying all women, yes. Don't get me wrong, women are like men in that case too. You get a lot of different niggas, you don't get a lot of different practice, but you also getting a lot of different dick. And every dick ain't the same. What make this nigga come and what make this nigga come is two different completely things.
Facts.
So that's not the same. So that's why.
But niggas don't.
Work the same.
But niggas don't look at it like that.
Oh, well,
if we look at it like, well, I'm not gonna say we, but
It's all niggas
I know
say, so
when I hear a chick has experience, if I'm first of all, if I'm into you, then I'm into you. So it don't really matter. But if once I'm into you, and then I hear that you had that experience, I'm kind of like, all right, let's see what's up.
Let's see what you got. To me, that's what I'm saying. I will never ask. I'm not asking.
Because I don't think I think everybody's out of the asking phase.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. That don't matter. That don't matter.
Yeah, that don't matter.
You would automatically know by who you're dealing with. I mean,
I don't want to know at all.
I don't want to know, man.
You would automatically know.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
That's true.
My whole life I've always been the outspoken girl, the loud girl. And so there's this conception, especially in the black community, that the loud girl is either the hoe or out here doing it. But it be this quiet ass girl.
Shout out to the street hoes.
I'm just saying that's the stereotype. That the quiet ones was the good girls. And
That was the stereotype. I see what you're saying.
But my thing was, I'm outspoken just because I was raised in that household. I lied about having sex for a very long time just because.
Me too. Shout out to the liars.
Shout out to the sexual liars.
I did do that. I did do that. I did that.
I definitely told somebody had sex.
That was just to be like included.
Yeah, I did.
Hold on, so
from 18 to 19, I lied like a
motherfucker. You didn't lose your. When you lose your virginity? No homo.
I was 21.
21?
But as far as me being in high school, especially because I was like a high school prospect in sports, like
so niggas assume you was fucking.
Yeah, and I would take it.
Yeah, bitch.
Nigga, this nigga in school, I thought this nigga had all the bitches.
Yeah, I was lying my ass
off.
For
me, it was 18.
My mom told me that you was gonna bleed. I was like, why would I want to do it?
18.
Hey, oh God, my nigga, like I thought, like 17, I was like the latest nigga who got pussy. My nigga.
And that's another thing. We all think that when you're young, you're so dumb.
Nigga, I lost my virginity at 17. Nigga, I swear to God, I was like, I was the last nigga to get pussy.
I was thinking everybody was fucking except for me.
I did too. I lied. Nigga, hell yeah, blaze that. Nigga, I was so stressed.
Nothing but go home and play Madden.
Hey. Nigga, I thought everybody was getting pussy when I was 17. My
nigga, what?
I thought I was the last nigga to fuck.
It was a game.
It was a game.
No, niggas was lying.
Yeah. I was lying my ass off. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I remember when I was a junior, nigga. I was like
wait.
16 or 17, nigga, driving, whipping, and all that, you know. And I was walking down the hallway at school, and I had my backpack cuffed and shit, and a group of chicks that I knew since I was a freshman, like, oh yeah, we can tell you ain't a virgin no more. And I was like, what? Cause you super duper smooth now. And you 2 years ago you was running down these halls. Now you walking, and I'm like, shit, these bitches don't even know. I'm just tired from practice. But I turned around and was like, yeah, I was just fucking.
Yeah.
I was just fucking. We fucked today, yeah.
So
yesterday.
Hold
Let me tell you how obvious this shit was with a chick. I was like 18 fucking with a chick who said that she wasn't a virgin, and I was saying that I wasn't. And this how fucking nerdy I was, nigga. We doing a foreplay joint. and I do my thing, and I put my finger down there to touch her, and nigga, I jumped. Nigga, that's how much of a rookie I was. I said, ugh. I said, your shit.
Bitch, what's that noise?
Yeah, I said, peep what she said, right? And she supposed to be the one that was like, we had our conversation. She was like, yo, same thing with me. Like, I fucked yesterday. I fucked the day before yesterday, right? So I do my shit. I touch her and I said, your shit wet down there. She said, it's wet. What is that? She was like, what? And when I got older, I was like, wait a minute. But in that real time, nigga, she really was like, it's wet. Like, what is that? Like, and I was like, wait.
Okay, wait. So when niggas was lying about it, y'all, it was no interaction with females at all? Or
hell yeah.
Yeah, we went on dates.
It was second base.
I didn't go on no fucking dates, nigga.
I went on dates.
Yeah, I was doing all that shit.
Nigga, I was in high school when I got pussy, my nigga, so I never took a bitch out.
See, you was
That's what I'm saying. Nigga, I was 17 when I was
niggas talking about the juice.
It's not them two. I wasn't in high school.
I thought everybody was fucking.
You fucking in Little Chapel.
Nigga, Little Chapel.
Yeah, you did, nigga. Yeah, you did,
Little Chapel.
Yeah, you did.
This nigga too.
I thought everybody was fucking already, nigga. By the time I lost my virginity, I thought I was like the last nigga. Man, I was like, damn, I'm 17. I
definitely got my dick played with in Little Chapel. I didn't fuck nobody though.
See? Little Chapel. Niggas supposed to be at church at a Christian
We
school.
weren't supposed to be at church. We weren't supposed to be in there. That's the problem.
That too.
It was a school. It was a church, and then there was
Little Chapel.
a Little chapel. Why was the Little Chapel there?
That's where they did
I don't know. There was some freaky shit going on
Yeah,
there.
like that shit.
The mini Bible study.
I think you got.
Beanie Bible study?
It was a Bible study, all right.
I think
It
you
was
can
like
teach
where
her.
they was
the Bible that you got in your pants.
It was.
The little kid.
It was like where the teachers like would have like they just
like a conference.
Sex.
it was we went to a,
it was most
Christian
definitely
school, so it was like you had that
Y'all went to Christian schools?
yeah you
Yeah,
had
I
that
did.
enrichment program where you supposed to like they do math, English, or whatever, and then it was like the Bible.
Yeah.
And then they take you there.
Hallelujah,
Bible
nigga.
shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Shout out to the Christian Crip over here, my nigga, because he ain't been talking much, my
I
nigga.
don't know what they doing over there.
That nigga John been fucking since he was 14.
Nigga, John.
Now that's a lie.
Reverend.
John.
That's a lie.
You got kids?
All right, 13.
Yeah, my daughter's 40.
Okay, so you been getting pussy.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
I ain't gonna lie.
Shit.
Hey.
I ain't
told
gonna lie.
y'all niggas he's
I
a
lost
demon.
mine when I was 16. Shut up.
16?
Yeah.
Deacon was fucking.
Oh, Jesus, my nigga.
You change. You
But-
change, right?
But I didn't.
Yeah,
You
from
come
the
from
first-
that.
Yeah, I didn't. After my first, I didn't probably do it for like another 2.5 years. From the time I was 16 to probably till I
All the
was
way to
like
the back.
18. So
Watch your
I
step.
was
Watch
like
your step right
18.
there.
You know what though? On some real shit, like after I lost my virginity, it was like a little drought. Like, damn, nigga, it been a minute since I got some pussy.
You wasn't dealing with the same girl after you lost your virginity?
Hell no, nigga. Like, my nigga, I literally made it a point to be like, I'm gonna lose my virginity to a bitch I don't care about just in case I do very terribly.
And nigga Dolly had a plan.
Yeah, nigga, because it was like, my nigga, I don't want to
I've been
lose
with
my
this girl
virginity
for
to a
like 2
bitch I'm
years.
in love with.
Oh, there you
Because what if she like, what the fuck was that? I'm gonna be heartbroken, my nigga.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I was with the girl I was with for 2 years.
You a gangster.
I wasn't.
I didn't want to lose my virginity to a bitch I cared about her opinion.
No.
Because what if she was like, nigga, really?
That's what CJ was saying.
That-
Y'all need practice.
That makes sense. Have y'all family members ever tried to buy y'all a female?
Buy you some pussy
Like
like
strippers and shit.
Craig did when I went to
Craig
some
did.
weed.
Yo, why was
My
saying
nigga Craig.
Hey man, don't.
Why was saying names?
Damn, lad.
You can't say niggas
Hey, so which one? You
Last name.
You glad, nigga?
He didn't say his last name. So that's a good thing. He didn't say his last name.
Nobody know who Craig is.
All right, so yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Family members did.
Craig did.
Okay.
Uncle Craig.
I think it's just to look out for you though.
I mean, I know when I turned 18, my uncle
Try to buy you some pussy?
he took me to the strip club and shit. But I'm like,
That's
man, I
cool.
don't
Bro.
know.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
I think
I gotta
take my
to the
nephew.
club, yeah.
I'm gonna take him to Vegas to see something.
Your
When I have
nephew?
a
Yeah,
You ain't gonna do the Boosie joint? Just have the broad get the prostitute?
The
Yeah.
prostitute, the fuck him?
Oh yeah, cause Boozy said he had a
hoe.
girl, a hoe suck his.
Yeah,
his girl.
At
Yeah.
8
That's
years
his
old,
son.
14.
At 14.
Probably both.
Terrible.
Would you do Deuce like
Do
that?
y'all
No, hell no. Dude's
Do y'all
gonna
think that's
Juice.
child abuse or what?
Juice gonna be able to get his own pussy. by the time he's 16.
16.
I'm not doing that.
Duke should have juice enough, my nigga. If I'm a good enough father, Duke should be able to talk.
Yeah.
Deuce got the juice right now.
Exactly, nigga.
No,
Duke should be able to get some pussy.
no, Deuce is funny.
Yeah.
I think it was his birthday.
Yeah, Duke should be able to
They
get some
threw
pussy
a
already.
party and he didn't look interested at all. Deuce was like,
Low key Brownie do too, man.
Yeah.
She be on you, nigga.
That's what I'm saying, my nigga. Brownie.
You see what he did with Dwayne Wade's son? You know, he kind of like,
That could actually backfire.
Like, I'm gonna have to really
yeah,
a lot growing up because
it can.
it's hard having a daughter, my nigga. That's like the
Trust
scariest
me.
shit in the world, my
No.
nigga. It's the scariest shit in the world.
I feel like niggas that got daughters are like the realest niggas ever.
I feel like that too. I feel like if you got a daughter and you raising a daughter,
I'm literally
you
scared.
a real ass
Scary,
nigga.
my nigga.
I'm scared of niggas with daughters.
I'm scared of
I
niggas that got
feel like
daughters.
they kill anything.
You have to, my nigga.
Yeah.
It is.
You have to.
I'm
You
scared
can't have a daughter and not be a killer, man.
Yeah, I'm
You
scared.
gotta be a killer and have a daughter,
I'm scared of niggas that got daughters.
You gotta be willing to shoot.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm scared of
You
niggas
gotta
that
be
got
willing to murder a man when you have a daughter.
What if your daughter is a hoe?
Exactly.
Oh,
You
God.
for sure gotta kill niggas.
No, you
man.
don't got kids. She choosing that dick life, then she choosing that life.
I'm choosing that murder life.
Men be feeling like just because you put your daughter up on game that she wants you. The biggest hoes that I know came from 2-parent homes. And I used to feel like it because I had a single mother. My mom
You know how
was
scary that shit
adamant.
is?
My mother was adamant about me
Mr.
not
Dog.
looking for love in men because my biological father was not around. So I used to feel like for a long time, girls who had a father and a mother were at some type of advantage. But I'm trying to tell you right now, 2-parent home girls was hoes. Big hoes.
I'm killing everybody.
So it's just about being honest. It's not about you being a killer. She gonna choose what the fuck she want because she's an adult, or not necessarily an adult, but she's a human being, and human beings make the choices that they want to make. You can be a shooter all you want. You can shoot a nigga because your daughter a hoe. Like
Yeah, you can't go to jail for
you can't go to jail because your daughter wants the dick.
I can.
That's crazy.
I'm going to jail.
That may just be
Going to jail now.
Yo,
Going to jail now.
I never thought about it. How CJ just said
I didn't either.
I
So right now,
never thought about it until
that's
CJ
why I
said
don't
that.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's why I can't say
I ain't
nothing.
gonna lie. I don't even want to talk about it. No,
Yo, no, I'm
man.
scared.
It's scary, man.
I'm glad it's
Especially
Don't have daughters, nigga.
Especially because we have sons.
Don't have
And
daughters.
I've already
Trust me. I know
felt
what you're saying,
it.
brother.
Don't have
like
daughters.
last year, I had an experience with my homeboy and his daughter, and I was like, I called a nigga spill, told him, I was like, yo, niggas that got daughters, I automatically have, I fear him, but right now, when you break it down like that, it's kind of like,
Don't have a daughter,
I don't even
nigga.
want to.
Yeah,
What were you gonna say, Nick?
Having a daughter sucks.
What,
but it's also the best one.
are you a shooter for having a daughter just because of sex?
Well,
Or
I was
like
a
in
shooter
general?
before
You
a
can be a
daughter.
shooter
but
before your kid.
now I'm really a shooter.
You can be a
Yeah,
shooter
you
before your
just
kid.
more, you know.
Now I'm really like, oh yeah, nigga,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, I feel like
Just be a shooter for the right reasons. I think a
Yeah.
girl having protection and knowing that she has a safe place to come is vital. But if she choosing this nigga, and even if you don't like the nigga, you gonna have to let her work her way through that.
you don't wanna.
Even if you don't like the nigga, even if you can see that
Yeah.
this nigga is a trash ass, bum ass nigga, every female has to figure that out
On her own. Yeah, I get
Her
that.
daddy can't choose it. Her uncle can't choose it. Her homegirls can't tell her. Because I can guarantee you, she got 2 or 3 free homegirls who telling her, "Oh, girl, Marcus is bullshit."
I hate girls.
Roll the eyes! Roll the green eyes! And the blue shirt. Blue pants! What do you mean?
What is that, nigga? No. What is that? 136.
That nigga
136.
I just wanna- Why gotta be walking?
Yo, man.
That nigga lost it. But that's interesting though, because Dolly raising a daughter in a
And
2-parent household.
John too.
John too. You know.
Yeah.
Just
In the
be
name of
honest.
Jesus.
Just be honest.
He named a Christian daughter.
Man.
Listen, I had a
What's
father figure come into my life late, like 8th, 9th grade. And that did make a tremendous difference in my life. But I also had a strong mother who showed me things. She made a point to be like, I don't want you to be impressed by nothing. Because people think girls who don't have father figures, you take them on a nice dinner, you take them to a nice place, then they feel somehow obligated to whatever. And I don't know what it is that makes girls choose sex who do have their father there, but I never felt like anybody that I had sex with, when I finally did start, I had sex with that person because I wanted to. There was never anything that I felt pressured in. It was never anything that I felt like, oh my God, they gonna leave me, or I'm not pretty enough, or I'm not this enough. It was something that I wanted to engage in.
Did you ever feel a dip, or did you? Well, yeah. Was there a difference in motherfucker? Was there a difference? Like you said, you had a male figure come into your life later.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming like you wasn't really close to your dad.
No, my biological father was not around at all.
So was there a difference when that, like, once that, however, whatever was going on, was there a difference when the male, as far as like
his name is Michael. When Michael came in, I just felt like there was somebody that I could talk to, because my mom was very holy and
shout
very
out to Michael.
strict.
What's
and
Michael's
really
last name?
Smith.
Michael Smith.
Nah,
Michael
When
Smith.
he came in, I just felt like
We
I was talking to somebody about
And they got the name of
who was a male.
a 2K
Like, yo,
character,
my mama
nigga.
was
That
putting me on game, but very limited game.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting to talk to a man about man stuff.
Did that make a difference in decisions that you made as far as dealing with men before Michael and after? Was there a
Because he
difference?
came in at the 8th, 9th grade, so I wasn't having sex then, but when I did, I felt like now I had a place to go and ask questions.
Okay.
So anything that maybe a nigga was telling me, I would go back and be like, okay, so that if such and such said this, then
This
what does
this
that
mean?
You know what I'm saying? And he always just answered it in a very cool way. It wasn't like pressure. And he always, you know, even now he'll be like, is you making sure you get STD checked? And I'll be like, Dad, like, yes, like, don't even ask me that. Right, but listen,
That ain't T.I.
I'll take a T.I.
the
daddy
hymen.
over somebody who not there or who don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
What's up?
The media blew that up way more than what it should have been, but I even got that he was just somebody who cares about his daughters. Like,
And y'all gonna be mad at me because I was trying to say this for our episode, but you know it is what it is. You know, no rules, spontaneous. I just heard somebody call Michael dad.
yeah.
And I had this thought the other day. How y'all feel was the question. This nigga stay throwing me off with that, man.
I ain't know where you're going.
I ain't even say nothing. But go ahead, ask your question. I'm telling you,
All right.
but ask your question.
I had me and my boys was talking about this the other day at the house. At the house. How y'all, cause 1, 2, all, yeah, we majority rules parents in here. How y'all feel about y'all kid, or just in general, calling
Another motherfucker
dad or mom? Now, and this is with knowing you're in your kid's life.
I'm not with that.
I'll be pissed the fuck off. I ain't
No.
bullshit.
Okay, let me go.
See, your dad wasn't there, so
Yes.
No,
when
well,
the
your son.
parent-
Say your son. I don't know the relationship between your son and his dad, but let's say they're close, and the dad gets a stepmom, and
No.
well, the thing it's hard for me to ask the question
No,
because
I'll give it to
I had something that'll really throw y'all for a loop. See, in general, I think we all have the same answer, but I had a loop thrown at me when this question happened the other day, and it kind of made me think. So I want to. I mean, of course, I want to hear your answer first, and then I'll throw y'all the loop after.
I'll share. I get what you're saying because, don't get me wrong, because I was raised by such a strong mother for a very long time, when Daddy Mike came in my life, I did not call him Daddy at first.
Your real dad.
No.
Mike.
Okay.
I thought that shit was like
Michael
not
Smith.
weird, but just like, oh nigga, you the nigga who just trying to be cool now. Not he never dated my mom, never none of that. He was a deacon honestly at the church.
Shout out to the deacon.
I was just like,
shout out to Michael Smith.
Come and go. I'm not really,
snipers.
but he made a point to really be there
in your life,
like in my life.
He made a
whatever
presence.
was going on when my graduation came.
That was
he
key
there.
right there. I'm gonna get to it.
So that's over time. That's how it got to, and I still don't just say Daddy without saying his first name attached.
Daddy Mike.
It's Daddy Mike. It's not just Dad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For me, now to say my son has a relationship with his father. But I'll share something that I don't think I've ever shared on social media like this. His father is incarcerated. So now that's a different dynamic. If he chose, my son, Bailey chose to call someone that I dated and I chose father, I would not have a problem with that.
What if he calling the dad's girl mom? See,
you got a mama.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
But that's the point.
That's what I'm asking. Not he has a dad.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I don't know the relationship, but let's say he's cool with his dad.
Yeah.
And then his dad gets a girl. They get married. Whatever.
I don't feel. Why would you call her mama?
Okay. And I feel her on it.
I'm not.
Call her Sheila or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw the loop. I'm gonna throw the loop after I get everybody answer. But I roll with that. That was my answer. Why?
Nigga, Daddy's my name, nigga.
How you feel, though?
Daddy's my name, nigga. You don't call nobody else the same shit you call me, my nigga.
Yeah.
Especially if the dad or the parent is present.
Hold on.
To call him something else.
How you feel, Spills?
I'm Daddy.
Yeah, no matter what, right?
No matter what.
It's kind of like no, it's
because
you don't even explain it, right?
Yeah.
You got kids or
no? I don't have kids.
All right.
But,
how y'all feel?
I never called my stepdad dad.
No.
What did you call him?
Edward.
Michael.
I call mine Edward.
Michael Smith.
Listen.
Hey,
okay, so here's the tough thing for me. I date, right? Let's say I meet somebody. We don't call grown adults by their first name. So then what do I tell my son? At some point, Mr. becomes so informal.
But that's you to your son.
Michael
we
was
talking
mine.
about
no,
from your
but I'm
son.
saying my son to this man.
But
that's new.
But how you know that dad has that same type of thought process as you? So what if the dad told your son, hey, this is your however, mom, stepmom, whatever.
Mom.
But he's trying.
He would never. He knows better.
So that's what I'm saying.
I couldn't call my stepdad Mister. Like we do the,
I called my stepmom by her first name.
Older
Me
person.
too.
I
How long
called her
has
by
she
her
been
first
Called
name.
her
around?
Cherokee.
But
She came when I was when I was a little kid.
You can't come with girls' balls.
You can come with. Wait, what?
You can't pause when
You
you're-
can't pause with girls.
when the
come.
girls all pause.
If his little homie smile.
What if
You went
Yeah, you pause that.
Nah, you gotta pause that.
you're gay?
You good.
I'm gonna leave in 7 minutes.
Big
Yeah.
homie Smalls, my nigga.
Gotcha.
You said little homie Smalls.
Yeah.
John,
No,
how you
little homie smile.
Okay.
how you feel?
Ain't it
John?
big homie?
No, I'm a
Nigga,
girl.
we-
I'm
LA,
She
yeah.
called herself little homie?
Period.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Can't-
your
she's
girl,
not my
your
big
girl.
homie.
Yeah, she
We
Your
don't
girl's
do
not
that.
calling another dude dad.
No, and I'm gonna put it like this, Mark, because y'all know me, because obviously Mark knew me the longest in here.
Yeah.
Me and my daughter's mom. My daughter's mom had a daughter already, and we was when we were together, and I never asked her to call me dad.
Does
Period.
she?
She
Never.
call you the big crip homie.
No, she called me Jonathan.
Pastor Cuz.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I
and
never.
it never
I
bothered
never
me.
abbreviated my
and
name.
I-
She called that nigga loco.
So
She called you
dad. That what you know.
First name.
Yep.
It probably would have, but I knew that's fact. Her dad wasn't in her life.
Right.
Oh, okay.
So see my ex like this, be like, oh, you're his dad. No, I'm not. I'm that nigga's stepdad.
This is the loop, and John kind of just said it right now. I got a homie. First of all, my answer is no. I don't give a fuck what it is. You're not calling this nigga dad.
Right.
That's not it. I damn near broke my phone when I was on FaceTime with my son and he yelled because he couldn't see me and he was at the house with his mom and said, "Dad," and nigga was in the background like, "What?" Nigga, I was halfway there. Like, yo, what's happening?
Nigga,
what's happening? Like, and telling my son's mom, like, yo, what are y'all doing? No, tell the nigga to come outside right now. You don't answer to that at all. Now, I got a homie. Oh, everybody knows. Same crew here. He has the same kind of like, we all have the same kind of like fatherly instincts. That's why we say, like, we don't know deadbeat dads. That shit is not in our era. Like, all my niggas that got kids are straight up and down
real dads.
Real dads, right? But this was a shock. My homie he has a daughter who is 13 now, and she moved to Missouri, and she's been there about 5 years now. So the other day we was talking about it, and he was like, "Yo, Will, honestly," because my thing is, I feel like if a kid if a kid gets comfortable to call the next person that's not the biological mom or dad, it's obviously it's a disconnect. I don't know if it's like a disconnect, but I would like I told him, whoever that is present. And they're probably more present than you.
I would agree with
probably.
That. Yeah.
Now, this is what John said right now was what reminded me. So, was like, yo, when I told him my deal, I'm like, nah, I don't give a fuck. And he know about the situation, about what happened with my son and whatever. And he was like, Will, man, I kind of got to beg to differ with you. And I'm like, why? He was like, if Chloe, that's his daughter, she's 13 now. Like I said, she moved to Missouri like 5 years ago. She's been there for a while. Missouri, Cali, he doesn't see his daughter as often as he used to. You know what I mean? So y'all can, do the math, right? And they were close. So you can imagine how, just like him, he has his ups and downs with, I can't see my daughter like that. And probably the daughter too, right? So he's telling me like, yo, Will, man, I beg to differ. I'm like, what's up? He's like, if Chloe came up to me and was like, that's funny because the dude name is Michael too. What's up with all these damn Michaels?
Yo, Mike get around.
Yeah.
Mike's a good dude.
Yeah. He was like,
how you look at it?
Yeah, right. So he's like, hey man, you know what? I ain't gonna lie, man. He was like, I respect that dude over there, and I know that I'm not around her as much as I used to. So if she came and told me, you know what, daddy, or if the mom was like, you know what, Chloe is calling Mike dad now, he was like, he said, naturally I'll have a problem with it, but I would accept it. And I kind of thought that shit was kind of weird that he accepted it, that he took it. But it opened my eyes to a different opinions about it, because the way he broke it down, he was like, look, man, I don't have to explain like how I feel about my daughter, and you know the aerodynamics of the relationship, and she know it. He's like, but if dude is just around more than me, especially if it's a situation like that, you went from Cali to Missouri,
right?
You went from seeing your daughter every day to only seeing your daughter like
once a year,
a couple times,
right?
Not even a couple times a year, but let's just say you already know, like once a year, and she gets comfortable with old boy. He was like, what am I to do? And my argument was like, fuck that, man. Like, you the dad, blah blah blah. You stamp that ground. Like, I know how nuts I went when I had that FaceTime situation. But he was really telling me like, yo, Will, like, nah, chill. He's like, because like dude is around. Yeah.
He's like, dude is around.
And it's kind of like
that
has to come from like the other parent.
Yeah, that's
because my stepdad has been in my life since I was like not even 2, and I did not call him dad. I've never, to this day, I don't call him dad.
How close were you with your dad?
Michael. My dad's been in jail since the same time.
So you blame? So is that a part of the? Is that which? Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Are you saying that's You think that's the mom's doing?
Yeah,
Like you think your mom?
I think it's some kind of it's some kind of input in there.
I think
Do I
you're
respect him
saying-
as a father? Yes, that is my dad. That is the person who is the father figure in my life. But as far as calling him dad, I never.
Yeah, I think when it's not your real parent, that has to be something that's like kind of mentioned to you.
Especially when you know your real parent.
That's what that's the point.
It's like
That's
my stepdad.
where I'm at with it.
I feel like raised me a little more than my real dad, but I still call that nigga Edward because I know my real dad.
And like I was just telling CJ, like I date women with kids. Like the kids, they call me Mark. Don't call me Dad. Don't call me that. I don't give a fuck what it is. How serious we get, don't do that.
And I can
Now,
say
one
this.
ever call
Even
you
if
dad?
you married a girl,
Yeah, call me Mark.
if you married a girl,
You wouldn't allow it?
You wouldn't allow
You wouldn't
that?
allow
I
it?
would. No.
I can witness.
would
I
do it.
witnessed it when
What
he
if
was
they're comfortable?
engaged. So I know this for a fact.
Right.
True.
I witnessed it when he got engaged.
True.
Why? Why is that a thing for you?
What if that little kid is comfortable
Yeah,
with
the
you like
kid
that?
wants it.
That's what I was trying to tell. Oh, it's based off the kid.
No,
That's what I was trying to tell.
Yeah, I
Oh.
get what you're saying, but in that case, specific case, to a certain extent, the father was still in the life. It was in and out. She was still seeing him. So no, like it's a separation. There, like that's your dad. He's still there, and I'm Mark.
Let me tell y'all this. O had now peep this similar to yours. Think about it. So the homie O married a girl who already had a daughter, and then he had his daughter, and then they further along end up having 2 kids together.
Okay.
They had a boy and then another little daughter. Then it's his daughter, then it's her daughter. So everybody in that household is calling
Him dad.
Okay.
So the daughter that is not his, he told me, was like, I want to call old dad. And he knew that she wanted to do it because she was feeling left out. So what if you're in a situation like that? Do you accept it? Because his whole thing
You
was,
would have to.
he was like, yo, he was like,
Yeah.
I took it.
You can be like, no, little bitch, you ain't my kid.
Back in the day, y'all a
Damn.
family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all a family by then, so it should be fine.
Y'all a family, by
So
then.
okay, peep this.
We can still be family, and I'm still Mark.
I'm kind of with that right there.
And that's not changing.
I have
I'm still
to-
that father figure in
Yeah.
life.
I have to.
But I'm still Mark.
And that's where I'm at. Because at that point, that means I gotta accept my son calling this other nigga dad, and I'm not.
You don't have to because okay,
But
with
that-
my
that's not fair,
situation,
though.
Daddy Mike is married to a woman named Carol.
Oh,
Awesome woman. They have a son together, Evan. Evan, that's his biological mother and father. Now here I come along, older than Evan, and now calling him Daddy Mike. I'm sure that may at some point may have been weird. Like, who is this girl? Why is she calling my dad?
Right.
But it's never been weird because it's more so about your kids also appreciating what they do have.
Right.
Here's somebody who didn't grow up with what you do have.
Right.
You have a mother and father in house who have loved you from day
No
one,
matter what.
who are still together. And I'm sharing not only, don't get me wrong, it's like the love that they have for him does not take away when they give love to me. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And here it
Right.
is, all these years later, we did Christmas in Colorado together, brought my son up. My son calls him Uncle Evan. Like, Evan now is married. I met his wife. So it just has continued to go on. So I think it's more so, not to get deep, but our people have gotten so far away from the cliche of it takes a village. And it really does. Anybody who wants to give my son love, I'm accepting it. I'm taking it.
No.
If I have vetted the person. Don't get me wrong.
I get-
It's been times my son have done shit I didn't come to end. I was barely doing this shit because I'm not no goddamn man. I don't know. I have talked to Ben. Ben, why is this is weird shit. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And if they want to show him love, I'm not going to stop that. So anybody I feel like who wants to help, and you know as a father though, is a positive person. Don't get me wrong. These people need to be vetted. You don't just let any old body in.
Right.
But if they want to show your kids love and help you rear them, why not? Why not?
This is the thing. My name being Mark and Dad is not misplacing the love, because the love can still be there.
True.
You just don't have to call me Dad.
Yep.
Because I'ma still raise you as my own, no matter what. My son, mom, I still raise her daughter like that's my own.
Yeah.
We not together no more at all. I have no ties to her, but I created that bond with her, so I'm there for life, no matter what.
How you feel about it?
So she don't call you dad.
She don't call me Dad at all. She call
How
me
you
Mark.
feel about another nigga trying to do that though, and you a present dad?
No, we're not doing that.
That's a problem.
That's what I'm saying.
No, we're not doing that.
My son not calling another nigga dad.
And not even that. Like another nigga, like what CJ was saying. Like as far as like I hear that. Any nigga that can, and I think that's very vulnerable with some women, like, you know, that are single. You know, hey, you know what? If you got love for my kid, cool. And I'm kind of just like, I'm not taking the nigga having love for like everybody say that with me being a Libra, like some so-called selfish in certain aspects and what belongs to us.
Yep.
And I never once admitted that shit up until I had my son, because I don't want nobody loving this nigga more than I do or feeling. Period. And he knows it. And that's what I'm saying. Or even showing it. Yeah. So like even when we be like even on the FaceTime and he's saying what's up, I be like, yo, say hi to that nigga another time. You know what I'm saying? Say what's up another time. But what I'm saying is, what if his mom is thinking like that? Like, yo, I am you're taking in my son. No, I know. My son, son and his mom, my son's mom and the dude are getting married now.
Okay.
So it's like she tried to hit me with the whole like, yo, I'm just letting you know, he's in his life. But to me, it's just kind of like, no, he's not. He's in your life.
That's my job.
He's in your life. It's my job. He's in your life. He's in your life.
He is though.
And as long as I'm breathing, no, he's not.
He's there.
He's there in that house.
He's not doing my job.
He's not doing your job, but his presence, your son. Let me tell you what
he's in the house.
Kids see, look, and watch.
Yeah.
That's all they fucking do, and imitate. So
right.
if you don't think for one moment that when your son is at her house, that his presence is not the something that he sees, looks, and watch, and then they have the ability now, because they're so smart. We underestimate children all the time, but they're so smart. He's comparing you too. Not in a bad way. Not how we look at comparing as adulthood.
Not if you hands on.
You're there.
Not if you hands on.
Here's my thing. He's comparing.
He gonna give
that does not mean that you're doing anything less. He's just comparing. You may shave up down. This man shaves down up. That's just a comparison. Right. That doesn't make one good or one bad. I'm just making a comparison because he gets to see two different male perspectives. That's all.
It depends on how hands on you are.
But he more consistent.
You can be there or not.
Exactly. That's my point. Because if you're more consistent,
not always.
If his dad is there,
and their dad is exactly, because I have
when
that.
You're not with him.
I was raised by my mother. When I met my best friend Victoria in like the 4th fucking grade, her mom was completely different from my mom. My mom holy. We read the Bible. But her mom she dated. She wore sexy lingerie. I was like, this mom is a completely different mom from my mom. Did I love my mom?
But that's different. That's a friend. You're going over a friend's house and you're seeing a friend's mom.
But I'm seeing a different mom.
No. We all had that experience where we like, yo, man, your dad is cool. Your mom is cool. That has nothing to do with.
So why can't you look at that dad as a cool representative?
Consistent time.
I lived with my mom. I only went over my best friend's house maybe on the weekend.
But that's different. Like you're not talking about you went over your dad's house and you seen a stepmom.
Yep.
You're talking about a friend and you seen a friend. That mom might have been a cool mom. I got a bunch of homies that had cool dads and cool moms. And I'm
right,
like, yo,
but you're getting. All I'm saying is you're getting to see a different perspective.
But you don't. I'm saying as a kid, I looked at it different when I seen my homies that had cool parents versus my parent. I'm talking about being the child. Like I am a product of having a stepmom, and comparing my stepmom to my mom, there's a big difference. The biggest difference.
What did you compare between those two?
The biggest difference was like what B Finn was saying. It was the consistent and time spent. Like
who was consistent?
My mom.
But that's exactly what CJ said.
But
they're going
but that's what I'm saying. But you don't give them. You won't. They don't have nothing to compare if you're consistently there.
No, they will.
Because they're in two different households.
It doesn't take anything. You could spend 89,000 hours with him, spend all the time at the park.
You set that tone. You set that tone.
You're thinking comparison as in negative.
Nigga, it's not negative. No, I'm not. You set that tone. Check it out. Like how you said. Okay, like how you said.
I was at the park. He not in the car. No another nigga day.
Exactly.
It's not okay. That's what.
Let's say the shaving thing. Listen, nigga. I'm telling the mom. Yo, he was in there. Your boyfriend be in there or husband, whatever, in there shaving. Like Tash not going in there. He not going in there. Because I'm doing that. It's not.
Listen.
You're calling me.
If you're telling me he's walking down the hallway, this man is in his house. This woman is in his house. Your son is in their house because he spends time there too. Yeah. And he sees this man shaving.
Close that door.
See. What?
Yeah.
You need to change.
Nah, you set the tone.
You set that.
No, that's bad shit.
Your relationship is fragile.
No, that's.
Oh my God! The presence of another man shakes your shit.
That's the thing though. As men,
it shouldn't be that fragile.
But it has to be.
No.
It has to be. That's the thing.
Your shit should be so solid that another presence doesn't even shake.
No, that's the thing. It's the presence is solid, but you still set a tone because there is.
Why should you have to shut the door?
Because you don't. If my son.
What bill do you pay over there?
What we saying? Well, this is what I'm saying. First of all, like I said, it's the coaching. So I coach my son to where when it comes to any type of male figure that you need to be following is me. So he already know that. So it naturally, naturally, my son.
What if he say he want to be like Mike?
No, naturally, my son is gonna walk by because that's what I'm saying. Because
Michael Jordan. What if your son says he wants to be like Michael Jordan?
It's gonna be because of me because I showed him Mike tape.
Hey, nigga,
that's true.
My son like me.
I do it.
If this is the everyday work, it's a problem.
The same as me.
That's our problem. That's our
you don't give a nigga you don't give a nigga the
opportunity. You give Michael Jordan leeway in your son head either.
So why would you give another man
because this is a working man and he can see every day. Fuck Michael Jordan with a ball through.
But what the dad is doing though? You're like,
David,
okay,
you don't want the nigga to he's grooming himself for work.
Okay, but look though, okay, but listen, you'll let your son follow a nigga that's not his dad on your accord.
That's approved by me.
So what's my difference?
I don't know Michael Jordan. I don't know what the fuck he doing in his day-to-day life.
Okay, but you know the dad. But you know the dad.
I know the dad. So that's two positive influences for my son to build his life off of. So he's ahead of the game.
Right. So
why wouldn't I?
But you said it's wrong for me to let him. If I chose to let my son follow Michael Jordan through my footsteps,
not through your footsteps.
I said through
the lens of what America has approved. MJ is okay because Nike says. MJ is okay because of the shit they done pushed to y'all that y'all think I want to be like Mike. Instead of saying I want to be like the working man that's in my house. I want to see the man shave.
Okay, so listen.
I want to see the plumber. I want to see the mailman.
Okay, so
that's the real man.
So what if that real man is me? So fuck the step.
So fuck your stepdad. No, that's, you know why it can't be two? Because he got one dad. That's why it can't be two. Because he got one dad.
There will be other positive.
He got one. No,
he has one father.
Y'all opening the gates. That's what I'm saying.
That's not opening.
Hold on.
It's okay to be like Mike.
No. I'm not saying it's okay to be like Mike. But what I'm saying is, just like you choose to be like, okay, you know what? I'm accepting my son to be open to this working man. That working man could be your dad. But I'm not finna.
No, I never said the working man could be your dad.
Listen.
That's a positive influence.
Right. But what I'm saying is this. Just like you said, listen, you ain't calling nobody else or looking at nobody else as mom. That's the same thing I'm doing as dad. And I don't give a fuck if it's Michael Jordan or the nigga or the stepdad. It's the same. I can be my own positive influence.
You are.
Right,
but is that wrong with two?
No, it's not.
Can we have three? Can we not have four?
Can you have two moms? Can you have two moms?
I never
What's the difference?
Call him dad.
Okay.
I'm just saying what's wrong with his influence.
What's wrong with another mom's influence?
I don't have a problem with that.
So,
listen, my ex-husband remarried, had a baby with a whole nother girl. I had no issue with that young lady. No, my son cannot call her mother. Right. But if we are on one accord and about positivity and about that, then I don't have a problem. That our mom, that's essence.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, me is.
So why can't you say you don't need? You say shut the door while he's shaving.
My thing is fuck that. I'm the dad. I don't give a fuck what the fuck the nigga is doing.
I don't feel threatened by any other woman's presence.
It don't mean.
I know who I am.
But that's the thing, though. It don't mean you feel threatened. It's just it's the ground that I hold as a father. It's the ground that I hold as a father. Right.
Well, what is wrong with this other man?
It's nothing wrong.
How has your life only been shaped by one man?
No, it's my dad.
Only one.
That's
you
it.
ain't had no other.
That's it.
That's it. As much as
I love you.
As much as you like other niggas.
I love them for what they do. But as far as them being my dad, can't nobody in this world be my dad. All right. So that's the difference.
I'm not saying that.
Right. So I'm answering the question.
I don't think CJ is saying being a dad. I think she's saying being.
No, I'm not saying that either.
Being a positive figure.
Yeah.
What's wrong with having
you gonna have positive figures and role models as long as you grow up. You're gonna be inspired by I'm saying as far as what I as a dad, what I dictate, because in a household sometimes that creates the structure. Because you have people
dictate anything.
No, yeah, you do. I had a stepdad that told my mom that, hey, listen, if I can't discipline your son or if he don't call me dad, then we cannot get married.
Okay, then that's not a person that you should have around.
But you gotta think about it though. There's some people that abide by that.
No, my mom on the mom's part. That's weak on the mom's part.
I would never.
Right, okay, but listen, there's some that do. But what I'm saying is, just like my mom held that ground, my mom can care 2 cents about my dad, hates him, but she knew. Listen, the only thing that stopped me from getting married was the fact that this dude, and his name was Willie, said, if I can't discipline your son, and he can't call me dad because he was the dude that had 2 daughters and didn't have a son, and then here I come. If I can't discipline him and then call him and he calls me dad, then we can't get married. And my mom was like,
and that's not a person that you need to have in your child's
life. That's not your dynamic.
Right,
that's not what you said.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm still saying this though. It has nothing to do with. For me, it has nothing to do with what's solid, what ground you have with your kid. I'm laying the foundation down.
If you are to be with somebody who has a child, how do you want that child to feel in your house?
I've told every female that I've dealt with that you can approach my son however you want, but
if they have children,
they have
how
children too.
How do you want their child to approach you? How do you want to interact with that child? How do you want to make
I don't interfere when the dad is around. And sometimes, and I know it's just different experiences. Sometimes we have experiences where they like some chicks will see you as a cool dad, and they'll put their kids on you because they see you a cool dad. And I'm the type of person that's like, yo, whether the dad is as cool as me or do whatever I do,
your kids have a father.
Okay, and then
So
y'all
so
get married.
I don't step on no toes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if there's not a
I
father
dealt with a chick
present?
like
Then
that
what do
before.
you do?
Another thing.
If there's not a father present, then I don't know yet because I haven't experienced that.
Oh.
But I'm just saying as far as what I've experienced. If the father isn't present, I don't know. But I have experienced dealing with females, 2 different situations where they had kids, and I was just like, okay, and they embraced my son, but I kind of noticed that. Let's just be real. I kind of noticed that they embraced my son for all the. I ain't gonna say not necessarily all the wrong reasons, but all the stereotypical reasons, because they see that first.
How do you let your son meet these women?
No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't let him. I didn't let him meet them. They were judging it off of how I am. Period, because they were comparing me to their kid's father. So they see.
But how would you said they embraced him?
Yeah,
you can't embrace nobody.
No,
you ain't met.
No, yeah, you can. They embrace.
I embrace Allen Iverson. I ain't never met that nigga.
well, what I'm saying is they embrace how I am as a father.
Right.
But that was because they were comparing their kid's father to me.
But then that's another thing. People think, don't get me wrong, we live in this world of social media and all this jazz and people who post their kids and that, but I know deadbeat fathers, deadbeat niggas who still post their kids on social media, but you ain't seen these motherfuckers in 2 months.
True.
So
True.
If I ain't seen the actual with my own motherfucking eyes and my own shit, I'm not embracing nothing.
But that's you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there's
that
there's
should
people.
also be let that be a red flag to not only yourself but just in general to men. Like if a bitch say, "Oh my God, you're such a good father," but she ain't never seen you in action,
Right.
Then I'm not trying. No, but you don't know what kind of.
Yeah, well. But see, I get that, but you can have all that, and the chick still just be like, whether the dad is involved or not.
Yeah.
And let's say the dad is involved.
You like it?
Still be like, okay, well, you know what? Like I embrace your coolness as a dad versus my kid's father.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like that shit can go down different lanes. But I'm just saying, to answer that question, no, I haven't when it comes to a person where the father is not present.
Don't get me wrong.
But the dad, or even if the dad is not as present as how I am, that they're comparing, they still embrace the fact that, like, yo, man, like your crew, like y'all just cool dads. I happen to have kids with a nigga that's y'all generation or y'all era, but he just not like y'all as dad. And then they just throw their kids upon you.
Yeah.
And then if
you
you reject it,
kid.
right. So that's what I'm saying. So that's a part of why.
So you don't.
That's a part of why I lay the foundation down as far as like how I am as a dad, because I know how easy it is. Like I can still be a cool ass dad, and my son love me to death. But guess what? Like I don't know what goes on at the house when he's with his mom, because I know that his mom has a situation why she's mad or I'll take that back. Not mad, but let's just say I've experienced that too. The mom is just upset, or let's just say mad on how y'all broke up. So I can be the coolest dad ever, but when he go over there, it can be your dad ain't shit. And then here go the other nigga that I am trying to get you to follow by.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying that we can say that now.
And issues and parameters, and I get all of those.
But you don't know. You won't know if that's happening.
Yes and no.
You don't.
Because here's the thing. Children are also very transparent, and that is something that will reveal itself. It may not reveal itself instantly, but it will reveal itself over time. Don't ever underestimate. And that's what comes to play too, is the trust in the relationship and bond that you have with your son. I don't even give a fuck how this man is over here shaving. He don't have to shut the door, because if y'all bond and what you laying down is as tight as you feel it is, then whatever he sees outside of the door,
a kid can be manipulated. A kid can be manipulated.
Your child can be manipulated by the commercials that come on TV.
Right, and your parents. And your parents. And your parents.
Things that are on this right here.
And your parents. and your parents.
I don't know.
No, but I'm saying,
I don't go for that.
Exactly. So that's why I lay that foundation for me. Like I said, you ever had an experience where your kid is calling for you, and then you had, whether it's mom or dad, and then you hear the other motherfucker answering. Never. So wait.
Pause. I lied. My son calls me grand and calls my mama, and for the longest it used to irritate.
That's
me.
your mom.
No, because let me tell you about grandmothers.
That ain't
Grandmothers feel like they know everything. Any goddamn way.
But guess what?
They would try to raise your child for you, and that shit used to irk the fuck out.
No, it might have. But what I'm saying, I'm saying it might have. But guess what? If you so happen to exit this planet, that and your mom is still here, that'll be the best bet for your son.
Oh yeah, but my mom is also the same mama that told my son when I stayed out till 2 o'clock in the morning. She don't love you.
But it's
that's the shit that grandmama told you. You have to be honest.
No, I get it, but that's not the same. That's not the same. That's not the same as a nigga that's not related. No, it's not.
Like what you
that's not the same as a nigga that's not related.
If your baby mama was mad at you and she wanted the child to follow
CJ, if my son was yelling daddy and my dad answered, yeah, I'm not feeling the same way as a different nigga. That is not the same.
Because that's your dad?
Because that's my dad. That's my father. First of all, it starts with the trust. The trust starts with 1, 2.
Mama and my mama answered,
that's your,
I will be hot. What you doing?
But it's not the same. That's not the same.
To me, it is.
That other person that's in your child's life to be respected on the same level. Like
but not to call him dad.
That's not the same.
Not the same level.
That's not the same.
It has to be somebody who is.
I want it to be somebody that
figure. So as long as that person is someone who you can respect, as long as that is somebody.
Have you met this man?
You mean what you mean by me? Like we shook hands?
Yes.
No.
Why?
Because I don't.
Okay, so then that's where your issue comes from.
It's not an issue.
You're so mature on a lot of levels, but you are struggling in this arena.
How? My dad is good. I mean, my son is good.
Your son is perfect, but you ought to sit down with this man, because if he's getting ready to marry his mother, he is going to be around. This ain't a boyfriend. This was a boyfriend.
But time out. Okay, but listen though. What I understand what be around mean, but what does that have to do with me being a father? You're not about to be a father to my son.
He is.
No, he's not.
He is.
No, he's not.
Now, if he's still
no, he's not.
Different household.
Wait. Is a father or dad?
He's not going to.
He is not. To be a father.
Okay.
But he is going to be an influence.
Yeah, so I know. Right. And the influence is. The influence is, yo, man, I get it. You're in the house. My son sees you. I teach my son to respect you. I teach my son to respect elders. Period. And I know whatever the foundation is as far as she lay down. Listen, because that's what I don't have no control over. How she gets my son to react towards him. That's cool. I respect it. That's on their accord. But when it's not hurting me. What I'm saying is, that's the point that I'm making. It's not a hurt and it's not a bother. I respect if I was bothered, I have an issue. I respect the fact, yo, you're marrying, y'all getting married. This is he's in that house. Whatever they lay down. I'm like, cool. So if she called me and be like, hey man, or he called me, if he called me and was like, no, that's not happening. If he called me and be like, hey man, Tash is being disrespectful to me, then I'm on Tash ass. You don't be disrespectful to no adult. Right. But what I'm saying, that's in general, and that's not a bother. I'm saying, but when it comes to, okay, guess what? That's where I think a lot of people have this shit misconstrued. Listen, just because as long as you there as a mom or a father, just because y'all get married, you have the respect for them as your elder, and then what the opposite in that household puts down. if they're like, listen, you gotta listen to them when I'm gone, whatever the case may be. Yeah,
I'm not asking about that, love. I'm asking about you.
Yeah,
as a man.
There's no need for me to have a sit.
It is
because he know who I am. What is he gonna be doing?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What is he gonna be doing?
Who is he?
The dad, the stepdad.
Who?
You don't know.
I trust the mama. What you mean?
Why can't you say what you're saying to us to him?
What will I be telling him? He already knows.
That I'm on one accord with you.
Right there.
I'm on one accord with you. What kids should not be calling.
No.
I know that's right. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Adam.
What is she reading?
That's Sugar Mama.
Right here, Sugar Mama right here.
Oh, if the man is going to marry the son, mother, that man, what?
The man is going to marry your son, mother. That man is going to be
a father figure
to your son,
not his father.
We are
cool. I'm cool.
I don't understand why you wouldn't.
No, I'm cool.
I ain't saying y'all got to be y'all love my nigga, but I'm saying you could just sit down and say what you just said. I respect what you.
That's already been established. Right, but what I'm saying, no, that's my point. No, but that's my point. That's already been established as boyfriend. That's why I say, see, that's my point of motherfuckers saying like, okay, no, it's different. It's different when they come married.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the difference? You're not gonna be doing nothing different from when you was her boyfriend to when you're her husband.
But you know what? A husband says that I have committed in my mind to be here for the long haul. Yeah. At a boyfriend level, I'm dating. I'm figuring out. I'm trying to see if we're here. When I say as a husband, I'm committed to you. Right. I'm committed to the kids. I'm committed to us as a whole. Right. So I'm saying now that this man has decided to make this woman, but you don't care about the woman, but now your child as a whole a part of his life. Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I
want to sit down and be like, "Hey, bro,
because you're not.
I'll lay down.
Because you're not. Because you're not doing nothing, whether you married to or not. You're not doing nothing that I'm doing. Period.
What is it
about you?
It is on the dad. That's the whole. Exactly.
That's what you're missing.
No, it is about my son.
It's about your son. You keep saying my role, my father. I'm the father.
Yeah.
It's not about you.
It is. No, that's the thing. It is about me. It is about me and our son.
You are the fucking father. I'm not doing what you're doing. Then he should be.
It's about him. I don't understand how motherfuckers think. How is it not about you as the parent?
It was so much about him and you that you want to sit down.
No, I don't see it. No, that's the whole point. It's so much about me and him. I don't have to sit down with him because he's not
for forever in the marriage.
You don't feel like you have to set a line for that nigga?
No. It's not about a line.
He knows.
That's what we always think. Nigga, I need to come in here and tell you what it is.
No. See, that's what I'm saying.
It's not about you. It's about opening the doors of communication. Because Dad might do something.
He has to do. I trust the mom.
What do you expect him to do?
I don't expect him to do shit. Not shit.
So he should not speak.
No, of course he talks to him. What I'm saying is, I trust. First of all, it starts with the mom. I trust the mom enough to where, like, you're not going to be marrying or put somebody in harm's way of our kid. So at that point, that's when I lay the line. Everything else, when it comes to me being a dad,
he should be a follower of the baby mama.
He should be a who?
A follower of the mama.
Well, that's who he's there for.
Why can't
he not there for
Taz? I already
said
that shit.
He's not there for Taz.
Thank you, Miss Adams. We appreciate that, baby. I already said I don't know if this man's not hearing.
Nah.
We on the third hour of this, and I just can't do no more.
He can learn from both when he's under their roof. Like he knows to respect that dude. He knows to answer that dude. He knows, when he's there, and his mom is like, hey, if such and such says this, you do that. He gonna know that in general. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to daddy shit, not in general, not in respect. You know what daddy shit is?
The things you do
that you do with your dad. The opposite of what you do with your mom.
Learn how to ride a bike.
So we're not having when he's at your house.
He's at my house when he's with me. We're not.
He can't progress in no type of way unless he with you.
With his mom.
He can't learn in no type of way unless
your mom is with this nigga.
A woman can't teach a man to be a man.
So when he say, "Hey, I'm thinking about the birds and the bees," then the mom knows you talk to your dad about that.
And what if dad says I'm more comfortable?
His dad ain't saying that.
So
that's the difference.
Question on parking lot.
That's the difference. No, I do know that. I do know that. You just said what a dad says. I know what dad said.
My son could come in here tomorrow, right? Even with the relationship with his father, you don't know how children. This is a human being. You love him.
Right.
He gets to pick and choose who the fuck he feels comfortable with.
Right. So you
have nothing.
You know how you make your child. You know how you make your child. Yeah. You. Yes. No. That's the.
What if he say he wants to talk
That's what.
Mark?
No. That's what you wrong. Hold on.
What if he say he wants to talk
That's
to
what you wrong.
What if he say he wants to talk to
hold on.
Mark?
Let me tell you something.
What if he say he wants to talk to Mark?
Let me say this first.
What if he say he wants to talk to Mark? Answer that.
If he say he want to talk to Mark, obviously, the parents have let.
That's not always the case. There's something with your
You
parents
make it the case.
that sometimes
You make it the case. You become hands-on.
You want to talk with an outside.
Right. So you know. Listen. This is my thing. I have a thing when it comes to being a hands-on parent. This is my thing when it comes to being a hands-on parent. See, a lot of motherfuckers are lazy, and then when you become lazy, you can't. When motherfuckers are lazy, then motherfuckers have all these questions in the world like, yo, well, how come my son or my daughter is more comfortable with my sister or my grandmother or my auntie? You know why? Because you as a parent have failed to be hands-on.
No, the dynamic is different with many people. The dynamic is different with
You are right. Will. There are lazy parents.
I'm a big fan of it take a village, and it do. But at the same time, if you know, you could be you can also be a product of being raised by a village, and you see a difference. So therefore, I'm a product of when it comes to my son upbringing as being a man. I'm doing what I need to do to make sure he comes to me
first. So you don't have no village.
From you.
No, he gonna have a village, but the village is for certain reasons.
Yeah. You don't want to even utilize the village.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. On my behalf as the dad, it ain't no village. It's me. I don't go to my mom. I don't go to my dad for no fucking help. My dad, my son is 6 years old. And this is just being real. My son, as far as
what do you need help from? There's help.
No help. Period.
Wisdom.
Help. Period. Whether it's help or raising. My son, as far when it comes to my end, and that's what I take pride in. I ain't never asked my mom for no fucking helps. I ain't never asked my dad. I ain't never asked no auntie, no sister, no nothing. And it hasn't. But hold on. No, you might have. But
I never have. But I would love
you say you might have love to. That's fine. But what I'm saying is, once I knew I was gonna be a dad, I made that my priority and my responsibility. Now I understand that it takes villages. Sometimes it does, and I can say that too. Like, hey, maybe I would need help, but I don't think like that. Once I was like, yo, this dude is my responsibility. So it's cool for him to have a village on that side, which is his mom. That's cool because I respect it. But as far as me, like, no, you can ask my homies. It ain't been not one.
You're going to.
But
honestly, I just hope
whatever it is. Yeah.
Because the moment that he does decide, because he's a human being. Because he's a human being. He's more than just your son. He's a human being.
Yeah.
And he's going to create relationships outside of you.
Right.
And wherever he chooses to be comfortable, to ask questions, that's where the
that's cool. No,
it's not going to be.
Disintent. And I'm not saying it is.
That's just what
I'm not saying it is. But you also still. I prepare to lay the foundation down that you make your kid feel comfortable. See, I done had experiences. You can.
Let me
but everybody parent different.
Let me ask this.
Yeah, I can.
As having a kid and that's about to have a step parent.
Yeah.
You don't have conversations with him to see what type of person he is, or
all the time. All the time.
With the
time.
You said you hadn't said that.
No, I said conversation. He said with the kid.
No, I mean with the stepdad.
No, with the stepdad.
Oh no.
Inside.
But what I'm saying is, you don't want to have no convo.
No, the mom lays that foundation down for me. The mom.
Now that's what I will applaud you on.
The mom lays that foundation
That's one thing
because the mom can't tell me. The mom can't tell me. I feel like the mom has to have more faith in me.
I agree with what you saying. But the only thing is I would give my son, mom, that credibility of okay, you make that decision.
Yeah,
but
because it's not up to you.
But everything's
but
still.
It's not up to you.
But for me,
also do yours job too.
Yeah, and my job is with him.
You couldn't.
It had nothing to do with that.
You couldn't be
because you don't want it to get to a point to where it's 0 to 100.
It's not gonna hurt you.
First off, this is what I'm saying, and I had this conversation before, like how you just said 0 to 100. You don't. For instance, in my situation, like that dude already respects me as his dad. So.
How do you know that?
Because he has verbally said it, and this is what I was.
And how did you know that?
The mom told me.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I hate when two grown men. It burns my asshole that two grown men can't sit down and fucking talk.
That's because
that shit on our last episode.
Yes,
that nigga had to meet me.
Didn't have to, cause y'all wasn't getting married, my nigga. Y'all wasn't getting married.
Hold on, wait. What happened? What happened?
Because we talked about
the nigga didn't want to meet
stepdad.
He wasn't a little nigga stepdad. You was fucking his mama. And I said he didn't have to meet you. I was with that little nigga every day, nigga. I don't give a fuck. He didn't have to meet you. And I
need to meet you, my nigga.
I was playing devil's advocate on that. But they are saying intent. I'm going to be a part of your life. That's what engagement and marriage says. That I'm going to take you and your child on as a whole. And for you to not even think.
I feel like
conversation.
Look, I feel like this. And it's just my opinion, because most females and most niggas, like when it comes to that, this is my thing. I got a kid by this dude, or I got a kid by this girl. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. More than half of the time, it that comes with pride. This nigga need to meet me. This nigga need. I need to. So my thing is that shit be coming from the wrong reasons. My thing is this: when it comes to me, when I was told from the jump, this is who I am with. This is who Tash is going to be around, and this is who I plan on marrying, which is about to happen. 5 years ago to right now, my answer was, cool, congratulations. You laid a foundation down as far as, first of all, I trust you because you put our son around him. Right. So until something happens, then we'll react then, but we're not worried about that. I took it as, congratulations. Me and you, we know what this is about, right? So we know this is just real simple. I said no chastising, no discipline. You carry that. Y'all have that respect over there, and I'll teach him that too. But when it comes to chastising, discipline, and any other the father figurely things that my son needs, it's gonna happen with me. The mom said, "Cool, I accept that." So after that, it was cool. But you have motherfuckers that hear that and be like, "Yo, I need to meet this motherfucker. They gotta see me." See, for me, I was like, "You don't gotta see me. My son my son's feelings for me presence speaks for itself." So that's why this like Spills was there when we went to the graduation. I didn't tell my son to come sit with us. He wanted to because he know how he feel when he see his dad.
That's his dad.
I didn't tell my son to be like, "Yo, stay away from over there," or whatever. When we taking family pictures, like, "Hey man, I want my dad to be standing right here with my mom." I didn't tell him that because my presence is felt. So you have the dude that's walked around like, "Yo man, like your son dad is real intimidating." Well, that's how you if that's how you take it, then that's how it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
But there's no it's nothing wrong. There's no beef. I don't have no problem with you if just because we haven't met. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, "Yo, hi, I'm such and such, and hi, I'm Will the dad." You already know what it is from what the mom told you.
I commend you, number one. Let me say this so it doesn't come off like I don't hear you and I don't understand where you're coming from. Because 9 times out of 10 with a baby mama, baby daddy situation where you're just dating and you produce a child, there isn't trust. And it does come with that. Oh, I want to know.
I want
to know. So I commend that. But it's still, even with commending you for that, once this woman expressed to you, you trust her enough, and once she said to you, hey, we're going to get married, and he's going to be alone now for forever. That's the difference between dating and marriage. Is I say now I'm going to commit to forever.
Right.
What? And it's not a conversation to flex yourself. I get that you feel like you don't have to do that because you're so solid with your son. Again, that's beautiful. That's awesome. I love that. But it's more so about just being on one accord with them in bringing up your son because he is going to be in that household.
We are on one accord because of what the mom said.
Okay, and
I trust the mom.
I see now that the trust is more so in her.
Yeah.
That you feel like you don't have to say nothing. But then to me, I just look at the even bigger scope of things. It's how black men feel like they can't say nothing.
Well, it's not that for me. It's not a can't. It's not a can't, and it's not a beef. Because I trust the mom. Because moms do that with dudes all the time. Oh, it's just like I told his mom before. If I was a player and I was dealing, how you tell me don't have my son around different females? And let's say I'm a player. Let's say I'm a pimp. So
the poplar tree.
If that's what I choose to do, you don't dictate who I bring around my son. Now, if something happened, cool, that's a different story. So that's how I looked at it. You don't dictate that. So who am I to be like, yo, let me make sure this nigga's okay for us?
Sure.
Well, let me find out. You'll never
getting married.
Why wouldn't
it's the same? I would love for
it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You don't even know if the marriage gonna last. You don't know if the marriage gonna last.
We don't. But you're expressing intent.
So that's why I do it in general. Listen, I trust who you choose to be around our son. Because you can have a different...
Anytime you see Anthony in the
she could have a different boyfriend. She can have a different marriage. We all know, like some of us have had experiences where we had 2 and 3 stepfathers or stepmoms. Right. Some of us has had like I always pitch that like motherfuckers had this thing about like I'm single and I don't have my kid around whoever I deal with. If that kid lives with you, that motherfucker then met or seen whoever you dealing with, whether that motherfucker is a jump off or it was just or whatever.
No. So let me tell you, no lie, I never.
What you saying?
My mama
that's that bullshit because that's what happened. That's what happened at the beginning when it was boyfriend girlfriend. I just say that's uncle. That's what I'm saying. That's bullshit.
That's bullshit.
But that's my point of saying
our generation. I don't really feel is pushing that as much.
Shit.
I don't know. Maybe yes and no.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, my mama divorced my daddy when I was 4 years old. She never, ever, once. I never met nan nigga, never seen not nan dude. She didn't play them games.
Yeah.
So when I became a divorced parent of a 2-year-old, I had no blueprint on how it was supposed to go. But what I did know was that, one, I was my son's first example of a woman. And whatever I did is what he would follow or what he would think is okay.
Right.
And I knew off top, a lot of niggas, common sense is not a good fucking idea. So my son now at 10 has only met 2 people. And I'm solid even in those 2 people, even though the first one didn't work out. I have confidence in this second one, but I don't know, nigga. I'm not a motherfucking fortune teller. So even if it don't work out, I'm okay with that because I know the influence. And I will say that his father has the same trust in me. Man, when he is available, I would want him to sit down with whoever it was.
Well, I'm saying there's no right and wrong in that because, like you said, your mom didn't have you around different dudes, and you're a female. I don't know if you was did you have brothers and sisters?
No.
Yeah. Also on my mom's side, I'm her only child.
Same here.
And I seen not a bunch, but I seen different niggas.
Right.
So and I'm not running around talking about like, yo man, I'm gonna make sure my son don't see me with a different girls, or I make sure he does.
Right.
It's just every situation is different. So all that really don't matter. It's just really your intake on how you are as a parent.
Right.
Just because I seen my mom with different dudes, it don't mean my son gonna see his mom or me with different dudes. I didn't see my dad. My dad didn't have different girls to being married to not being married no more. He only married one time. You know, going through the whole life with my mom hated him for getting, you know, all that. So and my son don't see that with me. So I'm just saying, a lot of people, like I said from the at the get go, like we can talk about this shit right now, but that shit will 9 times out of 10 be extremely different than what we talking about right now. Once you in that fucking situation,
but I think that's what makes it so great, because we are in it. You are in it. We're talking about a real situation.
I don't know.
I'm in it.
I don't know if you heard your son on the FaceTime say "mom" and another motherfucking answer.
Yes, my mama have done.
No, that's your. That's your.
Again, this baby girl just already said in the chat. It's still
that's not the same, CJ.
I don't know if y'all understand
It is bothering. That's not the same.
It is the same.
No, it's not.
No, my son would never call no random. No.
It don't even matter what it is. It's not the same.
It is.
No, it's not.
It's still
your mom, his grandmother versus a whole nother no blood. No, that is not this. I don't believe you even think that's the same.
It bothered me. So this is what I'm saying. If it bothered me with my mom, for sure it will bother me with another woman. Yeah. It will be even worse. Yeah. I acknowledge that. Yeah. But what I'm saying is it bothered me.
Yeah, that bother might not be the same.
Period.
What's up, man?
It's over. It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, we start to wrap it up. 21 is down around the corner. What is next week?
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
What's today?
Today the 26th.
So
it's Saturday.
With that, So with that being said, 2021. Yeah. Y'all have any expectations with y'all shows? What y'all see doing, or anything y'all feel y'all gonna do different?
Hell yeah, man! We about to do no rules on some other shit. the Darius DK's acknowledgement, the Davis nigga promote putting that shit everywhere. Hashtag, all that shit, man. Everything is finna be no rules, nigga.
Even when I'm at the barbecue. Cross promotion in our shows.
What you talking about? Under the umbrella?
Under the umbrella and across the board in general.
What you say?
Outside of the umbrella.
We don't do outside the umbrella. We don't do another cross promotion within ourselves as well.
Some of us do.
The fact that you got this, get everybody.
I do a lot.
No, and that's what I said. I said CJ been asking for this for a minute.
Yes, for a very long time.
Yeah, CJ been asking for.
I'm all over the fucking place.
Yeah, we seen.
I'm all over the place. In the podcast game,
unfortunately, we got one missing. What about
Freeze?
Freeze. What about y'all two for sports for you?
Taking it to another level. This is just the point. We try not to be like the shows y'all see on not knocking ESPN or FS1. But we try not to be about the whole embrace debate culture, yelling and trying to just find ways to fathom up arguments. It's real talk over here. Mm-hmm. We don't have to use LeBron or the Cowboys or say Tom Brady's name just to make our show popular. Our last episode is already at 300 views on YouTube.
Knowledge.
Shout out to calling out names.
And the calling out names came from a discussion in our chat between me and Mark. That came in a discussion in our chat for something that happened on Twitter. And we don't need to just make up stuff just to pander. We come in here, give y'all real talk, and we gonna be out. And obviously, we get people who contact us. Thank y'all for your support. Keep contacting. Contact everybody in the umbrella.
Right? Yeah, that's crazy.
Shout out to John on that.
Somebody already reached out. That was crazy. That was quick. Dolby. I mean, you already kicked it into gear towards the end of the year. We already know what's going on. You got more features. You know, you've been.
That nigga Lil Wayne in the feature.
Yeah, that nigga got MVP of the umbrella. Nigga, this nigga got hella features.
Nah, number one is still number one. Hollywood is still
CJ.
Get off the
CJ,
I'm sitting there looking like, who they talking about?
What I'm telling you, CJ, aka Miss Fox Soul.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we get it though. We get it.
If you don't stop banging that gavel.
Shit is needed.
We gotta make the point, man.
Yeah, we don't have sound effects.
Absolutely.
What about Smash? Wait a minute. What about
Whenever he feel like it.
Whenever I feel like it. But it'll be back in the new year. So I'll be back to doing that.
And Talk Flirt?
I'll probably do it bi-weekly though.
That season's over.
I heard that last episode.
Oh yeah, I did too.
Wait, ain't no more Talk Flirt?
Nah, it was like I last episode was like 10 minutes. That's all.
Yeah.
It was 4 minutes and 7 seconds.
Wait, no more?
But
Damn.
Yeah.
I got something else cooking, so we'll see.
Gavel.
B-Fin. You didn't take one for.
Wow. That shit a lot.
True,
Wow. 2021.
Yeah,
I agree with CJ. I think stuff have to happen more often.
I'm with that.
Maybe at least bi-monthly or something. Well, we know her schedule gonna be all taken up.
Whenever CJ not on Fox.
Yeah, whenever she ain't on Fox and doing acting and stand up.
Yeah. Hey, but for real, next time she do a stand up, we all gotta go.
I'm with it.
Check her out.
I went.
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, we gotta go check her out
I liked it.
as a
I
community.
like the camo.
See, man. We gotta roll up there as a set, straight up townhouse.
Yeah.
Get some
CJ
TH
got the
shirts.
long ponytail popping and
All
shit.
day.
Y'all so petty.
I love the debate. Tell that nigga stop hitting the table. So yeah, so happy New Year, and I appreciate everybody that's
Who
still.
said fuck him and her?
Something else.
He's talking about.
I think it's about the mom and the dad.
Yeah, fuck the
okay.
mom and the stepdad.
Wait, what happened?
He said fuck the mom and the stepdad.
God damn.
Anthony
said tell that nigga stop hitting the table. I did already.
Hey, yo, shout out to everybody that's still supporting us. At what's the name of the shit? Patrons. Shout out to the patrons. Y'all still support. As you can see, certain stuff has been updating over time. I was looking at old videos and it was just like stale, you know. So y'all stuff still helping. 2021. I think it's gonna be crazy, man. We trying to get B-Fin somewhere. Man. We're gonna get B-Fin somewhere.
That's our
Since he ain't
resolution.
taking one for the teams. And so
On that resolution.
on that note, New Year's I don't do resolutions, but
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a revolution.
It's gonna be televised.
It's gonna be televised.
Be better.
I guarantee more shows that's gonna be way different than these other podcast situations is going on.
We need to get
You got to get who what?
our editing game.
Editing game. There we go. Editing games going up.
I'm telling y'all.
Nothing was the same.
And our promotion.
Promo marketing.
Yo.
What y'all feel? Promo marketing. What
Promo
else?
marketing, cut clips of the episodes, keep fresh,
Editing. That's
keep it
editing.
keep it fresh on people's mind. Like,
Yeah.
custom
As
fire
long as
take.
everybody
boom.
knows
I
like
need
what
to
is going to be the next
promote
step
before
for
Sunday.
Yeah.
Whatever your show date is not the day to promote. The days beforehand is really the days to promote.
Yeah, nigga. I'm banned, nigga. Yes, Anthony. I'm banned.
How they know you banned?
That's how you know that's a faithful viewer.
Yeah, I'm
man.
still banned. Forever, nigga.
And then I told him to create another name and stop
Fuck
bullshit.
that.
Them Anthony's be wildin'.
Yeah, I'm banned, nigga.
Shout out to the middle names, yo. All right, well, man, that was about to be 3 hours. So,
Was it?
That fast?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we appreciate all those that was here. Those that's been supporting since day one. I think y'all got 2 years in? A year? What
Yeah.
y'all at? 2 years?
2019. January 2019.
2 years, y'all 2 years. You know, so that's dope. That's another milestone.
Yeah, for real.
So appreciate y'all for signing in. Y'all seen us in here smacking on wings and debates, baby moms and baby dads debate. It's just drinks going on. It's just
shout out to the organic seed.
Yeah.
So what now?
The organic seeds.
Shout out to being organic.
Yeah.
No.
Keep it organic. Plant based.
See the last comment, CJ?
CJ.
Oh, on that note,
thirst trap.
we'll leave it there.
CJ boy. CJ still fine.
Yeah.
Talk like that.
Until 2021, we see y'all in the gap.
Motherfuckers.